What's going on, guys? This
Yo,
is
what's up?
this
Yo,
is
what's up?
the NBA Flunkies Commissioner Ronjae Jones. I'm your host. So good to see you all again. Again, Happy New Year. We got some guests with me. We've had a very eventful week in Week 3 for the NBA Flunkies Fantasy League. And I'm going to introduce some of my guests. Most of them you've seen, and we got some new ones here today with us. We got right under me, we got Sterling McKee of the She Fanatics. What's going on?
Hey, how y'all doing?
We got Keshawn Simpson of the Wounded Warrior Project.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
We got Sizwe Chapman here of the Valley Boys.
Valley Boys, y'all know the vibes.
And we got a new guest with us today, NBA Flunkies rookie. I think you're the second rookie to be on here with us. Actually, the third, if I'm not mistaken. But
Future of the league, man. Future of the league.
we got
Appreciate
Sam
ya.
Brown, man. It's good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Happy New Year to you.
Hey, man. Same to you.
And we got the champ. We got Aaron Morris here sitting in the middle with us. What's going on, man?
What's up, man? You know the vibes.
So Rotten Tomato.
I for sure know the vibes. And so, we got a lot to discuss today, and I'm super pumped to get into a lot of this stuff. And so, without further ado, if you all could like, share, subscribe, share this with friends and family if you guys really enjoy the work that we do. It's just super important, that we, try and integrate as many people into what I call the Flunky family as possible. So this should be all in good fun. And with that being said, let's get the conversation started. So we're going to start with some NBA talk. We got Steph Curry and the Warriors. They've been around the center of a lot of talk in the league nowadays, especially with a lot of criticism the team has been getting. Obviously, the horrid shooting slump basically that Kelly Oubre was in. Looks like he's like in and out of it. We're not exactly sure what we can say,
Not still in it.
but
Go ahead and finish your statement. I'm gonna hold my tongue on the Uber stuff.
we
right
got Steph Curry, who was at the who's been at the front of some criticisms, maybe not as much as I like to think, but it for sure was some criticisms, and then he responded with I think it was 62, and then he came back with 30, and then had a tweak to his ankle, and then obviously last night we saw his 38 and 11-point performance against the Clippers. So what do you guys think of the Warriors so far? I believe right now they're like 5-4, so we're getting around that 10-game mark. And kind of from what you've seen so far, what is your inputs and opinions on what you've seen from the team?
I think the Warriors right now, as far as a team perspective, are in a pretty good spot. I mean, to me, Steph is going to do what Steph has to do in order to make that team work. Wiggins is trying to step up. He's going to have to become more consistent with the shots that he makes compared to the shots that he takes, because he misses a lot more than he makes. Oubre, hopefully he'll find his way back to consistency. I think he will. Draymond being back, coming back this week was pretty beneficial. I think the big key is getting James Wiseman into a consistent production and being able to, integrate him as, I would say, as the third option maybe, and, seeing what they can do from there. They're a pretty solid team, though.
Here's my thing on the Ubre topic.
Here we
and
go.
his struggles, and I just want to speak upon him as he's team captain of the Valley Boys. We've been hit hard by the lack of checks of the NBA from a marijuana perspective. So that's now legal, and why Aaron pop up like that? Marijuana is now legal in the NBA, and Ubre likes to partake. So he likes to partake. I told him to chill out on that a little bit.
Oh, you told him.
It's been affecting his game slightly. I also want to point out that Oubre does not have the fans. He's the person that feeds off of energy. So is Draymond, and so is Steph. So I know it's probably different, but the Warriors had to get that rhythm the start of the season without the fans. But I feel like he's going to start hitting his rhythm very soon. He's not on the market. Well, my team stopped asking for trades for Oubre. He was not going anywhere. And we'll see if he can get on something like vape or something to hold over whatever else he's doing.
it's in his best interest. Because last night in the game, towards the latter part of the game, we had saw Kelly Oubre benched, of which personally I was actually surprised by that. I'm like, yo, he's not in the game. What's going on? But honestly, I think it's an anomaly thing. The team was really like the bench really came out in the second half and was surging. And so it's like
Brad Wanamaker was hooping. He was hooping.
Yeah, he was hooping surprisingly.
Big Brad.
Pascal, don't forget my man.
Oh, Pascal, yeah, the Villanova boy. Yeah, he was
Yes,
hooping.
sir.
He was taking the big man on, so I really loved it. Aaron shook his head. Yeah, Villanova, yeah. Keeps him
Listen.
up at night.
Listen,
gonna-
man, I feel like this year, Steph is on the same thing that, Brown is on. He got to come out and prove to the league that he's still who he is. And I feel like he's doing that right now. As y'all can see, they triple teamed him last night. He still dropped 38 and 11 on their head. So, like, I ain't going to hold y'all. At a certain point last year, I was putting other point guards above my man Steph. Not going to lie, but, like, I had a piece of humble pie so far this season. So, I honestly got to put Steph back up as the number one point guard in the West, man.
Yeah, speaking of humble pie, bruh, he smoked Paul George on that last play, boy. I tell you. Hey, look.
Listen to me when I say this. You are trash.
That's what we said to Paul George, bruh. That's what we said to Paul George.
Listen, listen, we this wasn't part of the conversation. We're not going to throw PG slander in the mix because I'm gonna have to step up for my.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it real quick. Let's take the charge because I personally I'm a fan of Paul George, but he has a way of continuously letting me down in a way that I would never expect every time.
I agree.
But you're a Sixers fan, bro. So like you should be used to letdowns.
Hold on. Let me address this.
Whoa.
Sterling.
Outside the club.
We not about to do that.
Who made the playoffs last year? Just for checking reference. Who's made the playoffs the last three years?
Well, the Bulls are consistent for letting
the crazy
their
thing
stars.
is, Ronjae, the last time the Bulls have been relevant was when they played the Sixers, and then Rose got hurt.
And then he got exactly.
That's tragic.
Cleveland, when we played Cleveland.
No one cared.
I mean, look, man, we just look.
You about to get all the smoke and take so many punches, the fans yelling, get off the ropes.
That's all I gotta say about the Bulls, bro. But let's get back to the topic at hand, bro. Paul George, like I said, I love his game. As Stephen A. Smith says, one of the better two-way players in the game. I still agree with that, although it's not looking like that lately. But actually, he's been on fire when he came out at the start of this season, and it looks like he's still continuing that. To me, it's not only about his play, but now what he's saying in post-game interviews, not taking accountability as he should as one of the leaders of the team. Like we all heard what he said on the All the Smoke podcast. I'm like, all right, now you really gotta like come out and like hoop.
And he came out hot that first game too. Like the first couple games.
Oh, yeah.
And then of course somebody comes and humbles him nice and quickly as they should playing P. It's just part of the Paul George experience.
Plain P.
Regular season Paul George was a menace.
All right, so I'm gonna step in right now because y'all out here messing up his name. Y'all calling him Plain P, all this other stuff. So listen, man, this is my take on Paul George, right? So, we talked about last year in the bubble and everyone talked about it, and at the end of the day, it ain't just on Paul George on what happened as a collective unit. Yeah, he was one of the main leaders. But this year, I talked to him. PG has said that what I'm planning on doing is he's going to be running with the second unit in practice so he gets, more chemistry going. He's been hooping this year, even though every NBA player has their moments. But he's overall this year, even though it's a small sample size, he's been cooking. So
I'm curious, why didn't you draft him this year?
I mean, I was the 16th. He was gone by then.
You would have had a chance to get him in the second round, but my
Dag, he was gone before 16th?
No, he wasn't. He took Tatum.
No, he wasn't going.
So-
Well Joel Embiid was my first pick. Like,
Yeah, it wasn't.
Okay.
So Sam, let me point out this. Like the big thing about Paul George, no one criticizing him for what he does in the regular season. It's just that
right.
he's getting all this criticism and all this bad talk because of the fact that he donned himself a nickname. No one should don themselves a name and not hold up to it. Playoff P.
Right.
The last time that we've seen maybe a trace of quote unquote playoff P, he was dunking on Chris Anderson when he was with Indiana. Outside of that, we haven't seen a playoff P. And the fact that he hit the side of the backboard and shot terrible, got sent home in the second round.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
Come on, bro.
Come on, man.
We're not going to sit here and act like PG ain't have some good playoff series. Like after he left the Indiana, he was what at OKC?
But he was getting bounced out the first round. We didn't get a
But now
chance.
he was.
I mean, they was
Come
making
on.
it bounce
Come
out the
on,
first
bro.
round.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
Come on, bro.
Look,
Come
We
on,
all
man.
saw what happened with him and Joe Ingles, bruh. Let's not act like he wasn't getting beat on by a man who you pick up last in a YMCA rec league game.
And then regret
hey,
it.
Joe
And
Ingles
to be
bucket, bro.
honest,
Don't
man,
sleep on Joe Ingles, bro. He's bucket, bro.
So this is what I'm gonna leave off with this. Listen, come this playoffs, for sure, y'all gonna see Paul George. He stopped calling himself playoff P. We talked about it. We issued a statement to the press. So yeah, just call him Paul. All right, call him Paul. Call him PG.
We
Don't
gonna
call
call
him
him
plain
P.
because again, he's dealing with mental stuff, and y'all calling him plain. That's why he's acting plain. Because you mean it's a mental battle and a physical battle. At the
Listen
same
to me
time.
when I say this.
Look, the issue with
You are trash.
Listen, man, they definitely
the
a
issue
playoff
with Paul
form.
George ain't his playing though. It's the fact he keeps talking. This man keeps talking. Bro, the man
Facts.
said, Dave, that was a bad shot. No, it wasn't. He dodged your eye. Then man gonna talk about,
Listen.
people disrespecting me, not
we
playing me right.
live in
No,
the
bro,
present
you
and the
not
future,
playing.
bro. We live in the present and the future. With mistakes we made in the past, all we could do is grow as men, and PG has officially grown as a man.
Oh, trust me, he grew. He grew all right. He grew, bruh. Let me play this again, bruh.
Listen to me when I say this.
Bruh, hey, bruh, yo, he grew.
Are trash.
He grew all right. He
Hey,
went
listen,
from one.
he
Go ahead, Sizwe.
he got dotted by the second best point guard to his first best point guard in Steph. He grew yesterday. Listen. Paul George is such a versatile player. I think we give him a hard time because he should be better than what he is. When we saw that he turned down all this stuff to go play with Kawhi in the Clippers, and they was predicted to be in the finals. And you lose to Denver and Jamal Murray.
So all I'm saying is we got to throw Kawhi in this mix because remember
I
that
agree.
commercial at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
So like the plague, I honestly think it's Kawhi. He need to get out of there, bro. He get back to his regular self when he was the man on the team, bro.
Trust and
Kawhi's
believe.
never been the man on his team though. Kawhi's always been just a player. Like here, like even in San Antonio, Kawhi had Manu and Tony as vocal leaders. Tim Duncan wasn't a vocal leader. In Toronto, it's Kyle Lowry. But now that he wants to be in this space where he has to be the guy, he's looking Paul George for that vocal leadership. And Pamper P can't do nothing. And Pat Bev Pat Bev can't back up anything he says. So then you had Doc, the coach, being the vocal leader. So now you ain't got no player leadership. So I think that's the problem. They need somebody who actually got that respect.
And I want to.
They missed out on Rondo, bro. Rondo was going to be that bull, but Rondo said, "I'm tired of LA, bro. I'm trying to go to Atlanta." Where you mean?
I want to wrap this. I want to wrap this part of of our topic up just by saying, Kawhi Leonard is a free agent at the end of this season. And so if this stuff don't work out and Paul George has another successive year of bad play, of which it was Joe Ingles the first year, Damian Lillard the second year, Denver the next, and if it's another one, man, this might be one. This might be one of the worst successive years for a superstar player. Which I will be saying this to him at the end of this. If he gets bounced or he don't at least make the Western Conference Finals.
Listen
or
to
the
me
finals.
when I say this. You are trash.
Sadly, when it comes to Paul George, you got to think about everything the Clippers gave up to go get him. It's like you need to perform at this level that you're performing at right now. It's no excuse.
Bro, PG ain't answer that Kawhi did. Y'all gotta blame Kawhi. Stop blaming my man Paul George, bro. Like Kawhi did all this. I blame Kawhi, bro.
But
Everything that happened, bro.
nah, bro. PG went to Sam Presti.
PG went to Sam Presti. Was like, hey, bro, get me out of here.
Come on,
Yeah,
bro.
and Kawhi said, give up everybody for my man PG. So blame Kawhi. Listen, we ain't gonna act like Kawhi ain't an innocent bystander in this situation.
He's not. He played just as garbage.
Listen.
But
It's cool.
but this is my thing. Is Kawhi is not running his mouth in the media. Like he's not talking out the
Kawhi
side of
doesn't
his neck.
talk,
He's a quiet guy. So it's like the only thing that you can assess him on is his play. You can't assess him on anything else, on any of his other opinions, because he's just. And I think he got that from San Antonio for the most part. Is like he doesn't say anything.
He on his pop.
So to me, he's one of those players that he doesn't give any fuel to the fire for the media. He doesn't.
He don't.
In my opinion.
Listen, bro. Like you say, last thing on this topic, bro. We gonna see what they do in the playoffs. They can either be holding up that trophy, or both of them LA dudes could be crip walking out of the playoffs the same way. You know what I'm saying?
And
we'll see what them Cali boys do.
And speaking of that, we are gonna move on to a topic that I never thought that I would cover, at least for the next couple years. And we are gonna move on to the New York Knicks.
Stephen A. Smith smiling somewhere. I'm glad to see that man happy.
Man. They came out absolutely like on fire, like they had something to actually prove. I think they're like the number 5 seed in the league right now in the East. Now, granted, we're still early in the season, but they haven't lost all their games. Yeah, they're number 5. Look, they're 5-4. Their record is as good as what the Warriors' record is. And let me just give some context right now how they're playing. They have a better record in the Eastern Conference than the Milwaukee Bucks, the Brooklyn Nets, who've been without KD and Kyrie, I'll give you that. Better than the newly reloaded Hornets. Better than the Heat, who just went to the finals. The Raptors, who just came off 2 years, who are playing abysmal right now. Look, they're better than the Wizards, who was borderline on the playoffs last year. So I'm just saying, and look, they're only 1 win behind the Magic, who was I think they were one of the last undefeated teams like a week ago. And they're a game and a half behind.
Yeah.
From the number 1 seed. So like they're playing really well. And to give even more context, their record is as good as the Jazz, the Warriors. They have a better record than the Mavericks, the Spurs, the Trailblazers, the Thunder, the Kings, the Pelicans, the Nuggets, the Rockets, and the Grizzlies. So they've got something going on over there. What do you guys think is leading to some of that success over there?
I think Thibodeau.
Well, it has to be one of the most traded players in our fantasy league. For some weird reason, Julius Randle's getting passed around, and that man, and he somehow landed in this man on the pod champ's lap. You got Randle, right?
Yep.
Somehow, some way, it's that man who's been having a breakout season, more than a breakout season, a most improved player type season, averaging almost 25, 7, and 7 type number.
Yo, that's
who's carrying them.
All-star?
That's ridiculous.
He's a possible all-star.
Of course.
Possible all-star.
If they even do that stuff this year, who knows?
I think one big thing that we have to give credit to is definitely Tom Thibodeau when it comes to the fact of how he's coaching these guys. He's getting R.J. Barrett to be more attack oriented. Barrett struggled with shooting a lot of jump shots last year, but I mean he's definitely improved his game. Julius Randle's obviously the biggest standout right now. Mitchell Robinson's playing rather well, and then the additions that they made of Austin Rivers, Alec Burks, the draft of Emmanuel Quickley, who's a pretty good point guard. Personally, to me, one question I do want to raise is I know it's early in the season, and not everybody is counting on the Knicks to really finish high in rankings and stuff like that. I'm not. But do y'all see the Knicks possibly getting into the play-in?
Easily. That's not even a question.
Yeah, I got
That's a question.
at least in the playoff, like the little tournament.
Yeah, the
play-in
play-in
tournament.
tournament.
Sure.
I think they might have a shot.
I look. I'm not that far on them. No.
Listen, because you have to say they're winning all these games, and they haven't had Obi for most of the season. And somebody me and Keshawn was riding this man all summer thinking he was gonna be a breakout, not Julius Randle, Dennis Smith Jr.
I feel bad for
man.
him.
Aaron City, bro. What can you give us some insight on what's going on with Dennis Smith?
Well, he can't shoot.
Oh, well, you ain't got to be cruel.
Listen to me when I say this. You are trash.
Look, what I'm going to say about Dennis Smith, because I had faith in him once he got traded from Dallas to New York. The reason I thought that is because, you get a chance to be a starting point guard and stuff like that. Now, granted, he was going through, I guess, injury, but he was also going through some personal issues and stuff like that. I'm concerned if New York overall is too big of a stage for this guy, and he needs to just go somewhere else. Hopefully that'll get him active or something like that. I don't know what it is with him. Sadly, he's just not done anything.
What city could he move to where he would learn how to shoot?
The Spurs, Golden State, China.
As long as it's not Chicago, I don't care.
Because look, but I love them, man. Right? From the state, the hoop state, right? But like, look, man. In high school, couldn't shoot. In college, couldn't shoot. At Dallas, still couldn't shoot. Like, at some point, either you learn how to shoot or you get kicked out of the league. Like, that's just the way it is. Unless you got some other transferable skill, like you're a great defender, you're a great ball handler, you're great at playmaking or whatever, then you can stay in the league. But if you can't shoot, you can't stay in the league at this point.
Yeah,
especially as a point guard, you can't stay in the league.
If you're not,
and I blame his shorts because his shorts too long. For him to be that athletic, his shorts too long. You see Jalen Green, he be wearing short shorts to jump out the gym. That man's shorts too long. But also about the Knicks, Thibodeau has been playing with a lot of heart right now. I didn't expect them to be playing with this much aggression. But I think I heard this point. I don't know where it was from. I think it may have been Zach Lowe. But it was like, so Randall, who else was it? There's a couple Kentucky and Duke guys, Ronjae Barrett, and then they're used to being Coach Tough, like the Kentucky and Duke guys, Coach K, Coach Cal.
Yeah.
So Thibodeau kind of matches that style. So like he's like getting in your face, like, hey, listen, you gotta do this, this, and this. And RJ Barrett, he comes from that background. He you gotta be pushed. Randall, he from the gutter, so he gotta have that kind of macho energy. So they kind of all fit the same play style, and that's kind of like where the Knicks kind of getting that fire from. And I thought that was a good point. I was like, because I had written Randall off. I didn't think he had this bag in him. Like for him to carry a team, I didn't think he had that in him. He carrying right now.
Yeah. And I think to your point, this is actually a good conversation to go into our next point of topic, which is the biggest winners and losers of this season so far. And I think the Knicks have got to be up there for the obvious reasons that we already stated. I mean, their team seems to just want to come out and be as competitive as they can. The coach is into it. Thibodeau is in it. I'm not sure what. I think they got some new management. I'll be free. I think he
it was Leon. I thought it was Leon.
Yeah, it's Leon.
Leon. Okay, Leon. I swore.
You're talking about World Wide West.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I don't know why I said that. But I mean, it seems like, they've got something good here, but I can't give them the playoff nod yet though. I just think we're just in an early stage, a really, really good early stage of the season where it's like, yeah, you're going to have to – this team specifically is going to have to show me a bit more. But they're for sure a big winner. Who else do you guys think are big winners and losers? Let's matter of fact, I'm gonna go down the list of NBA teams, and we'll have, a slight
Phoenix for sure. Phoenix.
What about the Lakers? I think they're just,
I think they just on cruise control, bro.
Yeah, they're on cruise control. So I think they stand out. What about the Pacers? So right now they're like at the top. That was gonna be my pick. They're at the top, yeah. And so they lost T.J. Warren. So I'm curious to see how that's gonna change things.
No, I don't think it's going to change too much because Oladipo, he kind of back.
He is, but
Yeah.
we got to be careful with his injury history. That is one thing. Dealing with Victor Oladipo. That can be,
I do think with the injury of T.J. Warren, it kind of opens up the Pacers in a way because they had too many cooks in the kitchen where, like, they have too many wings and they couldn't really play all of them at once. And so, like, now the rotations are more, like, succinct and they make more sense instead of, like, having 4 to 5 perimeter players on the court basically trying to figure out what to do.
What's going on?
Now the rotations actually make more sense. Yeah.
5 people trying to score 20.
I think
They
another.
still have Dougie McDermott. They had Aaron Holiday and all of them, bro. It's just like just too much.
I think personally, along with the play of Sabonis, which has been consistent, and Oladipo, one player I want to target on the Pacers is Miles Turner, who is playing pretty daggone good from a comparison to last season. I think Turner is playing amazing right now for what he's required to do.
He stopped trying to be a stretch big and started getting down there and blocking shots.
I mean, they still have him be a stretch big. They just, like, make sure they have him and Sabonis flip on defense. It's kind of weird. Like, they have him as the rim protector, but on offense, they have him space out the court. It's very interesting how they run.
Yo, remember when OKC traded for Victor Oladipo and Sabonis? People thought Sabonis was a throw-in, bro. That man better than Oladipo.
And that trade,
Shoot, I thought Depot was a throw-in.
and that trade was to get a specific individual we just talked about, Paul George.
Slander.
So I'm gonna come down the list a little bit. We got the Bucks at 5-4. Now they made quite a few moves this offseason. None that I thought were super spectacular, but yeah, they're a loser right now. I mean, they're not terrible, but let's put this into perspective. The Bucks have the same record as the Cavs, the Knicks, and the Warriors.
Yeah, I just feel like the Bucks are always going to be the Bucks. Like the Bucks are going to be this team that's high profile, high powered, and during the regular season, and then like when it comes to the playoffs, because you shrinking your bench, and then you also just understand that you can have Giannis drop 30, but if everyone else ain't doing nothing, then So I just feel like I don't know. They needed somebody this offseason, and they didn't get that person, so they're going to end up. I feel like they're going to get bounced second round, bro.
I got first round bounce.
Sadly, here's one thing that I want to focus on. The last time that the Bucks in the offseason let go of a guard, they let go of Malcolm Brogdon, who now plays on the Pacers, who is playing phenomenal. They just let go, they traded Eric Bledsoe, and Bledsoe started off slow, but he has been playing rather well out there in New Orleans with the Pelicans and I guess backing up Lonzo Ball. So I hope that doesn't come back to bite them in the butt. They got Drew Holiday out of that trade, which has been good.
Let me defend those two moves of why I thought those were two good moves that the Bucks had to make. Malcolm Brogdon is an injury-prone player. He hasn't really been healthy, in my opinion, since his rookie year. He has a terrible injury history, which doesn't provide for any type of consistency. And then when you're trying to build a sense of cohesion in the playoff, by the time the playoffs get around, it's already too late. And I think we saw this last year. I don't think Bledsoe's a very good playmaker. He does his job well, but for sure, Drew Holiday way better than both of those guys.
I agree.
Way better. So I think those moves, they had to make them, but they didn't get I was expecting them, to Sam's point, to get a guy, like someone like that
It was supposed to be Bogdan today. Whole thing got botched.
Yeah, and that
I don't think they had to move Brogdon though. Like they moved Brogdon. They kept one of the Lopez twins. Like that's a terrible trade off.
That's fair.
Robin
That's
Lopez
fair.
Was still on that roster.
And we're talking about they needed a playmaker. The playmaker was Brogdon.
No, my thing is, bro, they didn't even try to go after Chris Paul. They didn't even attempt to.
Yeah, they didn't even attempt. Which was crazy to me.
You really need a playmaker. You go get the best.
Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton's still on the roster.
Let's be honest. I'm a big time Giannis fan, so people know I pay attention to the Bucks. Chris Middleton, I like Middleton. He gets into the All-Star game, which is debatable in a lot of people's eyes. But Middleton showed during the bubble for a period of time that he's just not a reliable number two. Like, he's doing well this season, but when it comes time for the times to your superstar is sitting on the bench, or superstar is cold and you need to step up, he's not in that conversation of being the best, one of the best number twos.
I also want to point this out about the Bucks is this. I didn't think they could get worse, but they've gotten so much more boring, bro. When I tell you this is the most boring team to watch, it's so boring to watch the Bucks play basketball. Carry on. That's all I'm saying. They're top five for sure. They're so excruciatingly boring to watch.
I agree with that. Another loser that I have here right now is the Miami Heat.
They about to trade.
Oh, no, wait a minute. Before you start there, bro. There's somebody who's not a loser on that team. Play that music for me, Bucko. Play that music for me.
My homeboy Tyler, he playing South Beach. He told me this summer he gon' fix my jumper. I told Boy Wonder that we might got a thumper. I've been trying to pop, now I'm on like Shumper.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
Well, I will say
They're still losers.
Oh,
they're still losers in
they
general.
are. So Jimmy Butler played the first game and I believe went down with that ankle injury. So for a period of time, Jimmy Butler was out. I hold that as one of the reasons why the Heat weren't playing so hot. Bam Adebayo has been playing pretty good. Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson definitely been stepping up. I think it's the fact that it wasn't at full strength, personally. Oh, and Kendrick Nunn's being absolute garbage.
Kendrick Nunn hasn't been a part of the Heat's rotation since 2 months.
Seriously,
before the bubble started. So I don't think they're to be part of their team anymore. Like he's a bench warmer for that team at this point.
He only played because Dragic got hurt. That's literally the only reason he played, and he shot Chuck when he got his chance.
Two other losers I got here.
Precious the shoe is fire though. that guy's a ball.
Oh my god.
The two other losers I got here: the Raptors and the Wizards. Now the Wizards are bad.
Really bad.
I don't know what's going on with Russell Westbrook and all that.
Outside of Beal.
But Bradley Beal is playing out of his mind, but they just can't put it together and win games. The Raptors look god awful. I don't know what it is, but they need to take Pascal Siakam's spin cycle and throw it in the garbage. All them spin moves. He looks bad.
Beyblade.
I don't know some of y'all will get this reference or not, but there's Cordell in the Pro-Am does a spin move and it doesn't work.
It
doesn't work.
That's Pascal Siakam, bro. It
never works.
Never works. It's like, bro, we know what you're getting ready to do, and we're just tired of seeing it. I
kind of knew Pascal was like this when in the All-Star game last year when they was running the offense through him. And he wasn't making no moves against none of these top players, bro. They'll throw it to him in the post, and he would get stopped every single time.
So my question is, bro, do you think that Toronto having to play in Tampa is playing a factor in this, bro?
No,
because any team in the NBA, they're definitely the most displaced.
Well,
they got fans.
Yeah, they do have fans. And
they got a lot of fans.
I mean, true, but I don't know.
I could see that playing a role for sure. They got to get comfortable, I guess. But they're playing. Wait, now do they have fans in the stadium?
Yeah, they have fans.
They do.
They're open. Florida's
open.
Well, it's Florida. Florida don't care, bro. So yeah,
they're open.
I will say this.
That's interesting.
I will say this. You brought up the Wizards, who personally, out of the teams that you've listed, I believe the Wizards are the biggest loser. Only because of the fact that Bradley Beal had put up 60 points. Bradley Beal next to Russell Westbrook is your star. And you've got him pissed off in press conferences post-game because we can't win a game and I'm putting up 60. For a team like the Wizards, I'd be concerned because at that point, what more does Beal have to do in order to successfully win games? I mean, Russ was playing that game too.
Play defense.
Yeah, I agree. But another actual loser that I don't know, people might not think about, to me, is the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, granted, with KD sits sometimes just due to the situation. I mean, just with COVID, but dealing with the fact that right now Steve Nash wasn't in good communication with Kyrie.
Actually, I want to save that. I want to say that because I want to talk about that next.
Okay.
About the Kyrie situation. But I think it's interesting that you did have the Nets up there. I didn't have them up there. I just had them as like whatever. The team clearly isn't fully in communication with each other, and that's not great. I think the last winner I had up in the on the Eastern Conference side was, well, the last two teams from what I'm seeing is the Sixers and the Hornets. I have them as winners. The Sixers look great right now, besides the COVID test, of which that seems like I don't know what's going on with that, but the Hornets look.
I want to stop you right there because I think Aaron owes us an apology because he was talking bad on LaMelo Ball before the draft. I don't know if y'all remember that, but he didn't. I just want to hear what you got to say about them.
Oh no, bro! I definitely remember that. He definitely was talking.
All right, so let me speak. What I said was LaMelo can't shoot. LaMelo still can't shoot. LaMelo still can't. He's still not starting. Those were my two main points. Were they not? Were they not?
I mean, they were. Those are my points.
And both those points still hold true. So, I mean, is he playing better than what I expected? Absolutely. And I'll give him credit for that. But I don't owe none of y'all an apology. I'm not wrong.
Hey, I'll say this. When we were asking, like, who we thought was going to be Rookie of the Year, I believe me and Aaron were the only two who said James Wiseman at this point in time, just due to the situation dealing with Steph. Right now, LaMelo Ball has definitely scooted his way possibly to the top of that conversation, just off what I've seen.
Definitely in there.
I mean, he's averaging right now. He's averaging 12 points per game, 5 rebounds and 5 assists, and about 1.5 steals. He's shooting 34% from three and 40% from the field.
40% from the field. That's not good.
It's not terrible. He's for sure shooting better than what Russell Westbrook is from three.
Is below standard for a guard, but
it's below standard for a guard.
He wet that thing yesterday. That's all that matters.
I hate y'all so much.
I mean, but that's pretty. It's average, a little below average. I think
40% is not average, bro.
He was from three. The youngest player to ever record a triple double. If Terry Rozier and James Borrego didn't try to sabotage,
they was saying last night, bro. Terry Rozier was wide open. He could have pulled that, bro.
He could have pulled it. Bro.
Terry Rozier was like,
psych.
So let's talk about this because it's been interesting, really, to see LaMelo, Terry Rozier, and Devontae Graham out there on the court, like kind of seeing like, all right, so who's looking like the one who's going to get traded? Because right now, Rozier and Graham both start. I'd be interested to see if Borrego is going to give a possible situation where LaMelo gets a start for one of them, just to see how it goes rotation wise. But who could you see getting traded at this point in time?
I don't think either of them are getting traded. Yeah, I think it's going to be, okay, who's sitting on the bench? And honestly...
And I think it's Devontae. It's looking like Devontae will be better fit.
The way things are going, who knows what's going to happen? They could flip-flop this the entire season and somehow get into the playoffs.
They're winning right now. I wouldn't change anything.
Why would you? Now, when it comes down to it and the politics of everything comes in, well, first off, LaMelo staying, that's for sure, especially once fans are going to have the chance to get back into the seat to start watching games in person. Oh, for sure. LaMelo is staying. I don't know. It's going to be a toss-up between who's going to get traded or whatever, but I don't see why they would be in a rush, especially with the young core that they have. Like, they have a really good young core. Your P.J. Washington, Miles Bridges, LaMelo, Devontae.
Malik Monk.
We don't include him.
Free the number one, bro. Tell Malik Monk to take that jersey off his back, bro.
Yeah, free the number one. Keep Malik in the shed.
But also, like, I know you haven't mentioned the Sixers too. Are y'all for the Philly fans? Are they real? Are they real this year?
I think so. I honestly didn't think they were going to come out and do what they're doing because I thought it was going to take a bigger transition period. Literally, all they've done is space out the court, throw some shooters out there, let him be working the post, let Ben run out and transition and guard and get steals and do what he did last year that made him get an all defensive team. Like, they look good.
Listen, man, and the icing on the cake, bro. Eastern Conference Player of the Week, Tobias, bro.
Tobias,
he's been
great.
He's been hooping, bro.
Love it. Yes.
I will say this for Sixers fans, me being a Sixers fan, especially from what I saw today. Now, granted, the Sixers only had 7 players, but Tyrese Maxey today played his heart out. He had 39 points. And personally, looking at how things with COVID panned out, I don't know if if everything didn't happen, I don't know if the Sixers would have even landed Tyrese Maxey. To see the way he played with the heart, the hustle, and stuff like that today was actually pretty thrilling to watch. And it's kind of for the Sixers fans, I would be happy with that pickup out of the draft.
And so we're gonna bounce over to the Western Conference, and I mean, look, it's a tight race for sure in both conferences right now, which is why I'm so excited for the league, because there's so much talent at the moment. Obviously the Lakers are on cruise control. The first winner I got right now, Phoenix Suns. Boy, do they look good. They look good. Even though, and I know, we've joked a lot about Devin Booker and obviously his I would regard it as bad play. But it's not terrible.
He's playing great. It's just bad fantasy play.
It's bad fantasy play. He has a team right now. And Mikal Bridges coming along great. And I think now that I'm remembering, I think he started a bit in the bubble for the most part. And so he looks like he's just continuing and getting better to what he was doing at that point. You got Jay Crowder coming in. Then you got Chris Paul, the true general on the court.
Not to forget Cam Johnson and Dario Saric.
Cam Johnson and Dario off the bench. They're just marksmen. Dario just coming back. I mean, they look really good. And then obviously you got Ayton, centering up your big man role. So they look really good. And I'm just excited to see what happens, especially as the season goes on. Where do you guys have the Clippers in all this, and winners and losers? They're 6-4. So for me, I didn't have them as anything. So
listen, I don't know. For me, I think a bigger loser than the Clippers is really the Nuggets right now.
I'd have to.
Man, hush your nose. We wasn't even talking about them. They wasn't
Nuggets
even
look terrible.
Bro, let's be honest, bro. It's like the Clippers. Yeah, they got thrashed by 51. Yeah,
we beat Philly today.
Yeah, you beat a 7
with nobody.
You beat COVID.
Hey, bro.
Beat Philly today with COVID. It was
Bro,
we lost by
JV 76ers. That's crazy.
Yeah, you beat the Sixers who were led by Furkan Aldemir, bro.
Yeah, bro. Look, you know what? Let's just do this. Let's go ahead and give Sizwe his applause for his team beating the Sixers. Let's go ahead and give him an applause. Apparently, since he needs it so badly.
You beat a junior college team today.
And then,
I'm not trying here.
And you beat a junior college team, and just for that, and we're just gonna put it at that.
Hey man, one of the losers in the Western Conference is really gotta be the OKC, because they built this roster to tank and they 4-4. I know Sam Presti mad as a mug right now.
Do you think they're really trying to tank?
Yes, bro. They brought on Al Horford.
I mean, they needed something when you was giving up when you got rid of Steven Adams. I know you're built to tank.
I mean, honestly, but at this point, why tank when you have so many picks? Actually, honestly, this is all the more incentive. Just let them go out and ball.
One of those picks needs to be in the lottery, RJ.
They should be trying to get Jalen Green right now in that number 1 pick.
Right now it ain't looking like it.
What's his name? Monty Bates. They need to be trying to get him.
Yeah,
they don't got no business winning games.
We'll see. I don't know. It's not looking like they're gonna get to that. I think the Bulls will get it before they have a chance to get it.
Hey, RJ, what you
said? The Bulls pack has been smoked very much.
Bulls pack has been smoked for sure.
Bulls packing that gas.
Listen, man. We have a better record than we did last year.
And we're on to the next segment.
Yeah.
Also, the Grizzlies a big loser, bro. We the real Wounded Warriors. This crazy. Ja out, Jaren Jackson out. D'Anthony Melton out, bro. Half our team at one point we had 8 folks out, bro. It's
you said Grayson Allen not proving his value,
bro. Grayson Allen has no value. We need to set, bro. We should have sent him up there with the Riders, bro.
What value?
You said with the Riders.
Hey, bro. Appreciate it for Tyus Jones, bro. He been holding me up. 70 fans.
Hey man, I'll wait till Jog is back. Let's see what his numbers do.
Tyus
He'll be going by then. Trust me. I'm flipping him as I'm trying to flip him as we speak. Who want Tyus Jones?
No.
No one want. Yeah, I'm good, bro. I'm good off Tyus Jones. Trailblazers, they're sitting at 4-4 right now. What are your thoughts, winners and loser?
I got them at neutral. I mean, personally,
no comment.
Hey, no comment.
I love Dame and them, bro, but I just feel like Dame's never gonna win a chip there.
Wow.
Like Dame is one of my favorite guards, bro, but I feel like they need another piece, or like he's not winning the chip. And it's also you gotta wait till Brown get out the league and all these other Western Conference players.
I mean, he's still relatively young. How old is he?
He did like 2 years, bro. He did college, man.
Yeah, he turned 30.
Oh.
He did college.
I mean, bro. I still think
Oh,
Dame has time, though. Let's think about it, bro. It took Dirk to his 12th year to win the NBA championship, bro.
Right.
So it's like it took Jerry West 8 times to win his first chip, bro. So like he has time.
Different league.
very much different.
Way different league.
These teams aren't constructed the same way when Dirk won his championship.
But see, my thing is because the Trailblazers are in such contention right now that they're losing out on any type of tanking process. It's like, what, you're just going to keep getting recycled veterans for the next 5 years of his career? Because if you do that, you're definitely not getting anywhere. And I'm not saying the answers all lie in the draft, but you're not getting too much of anywhere when you, number one, paying CJ McCollum, and you're paying Dame, and you're paying Nurk. But you're still winning.
They're thinking about flipping CJ and some picks and stuff for Harden.
That would be dumb. They would be in the same position. Harden,
I think Harden's way better than CJ. So
I don't think, but Harden's not gonna get them a chip. Harden isn't he's not a champion, man.
Harden plus Dame though.
I don't think the chemistry would work, bro.
That's
like that's been his running mate for a minute, bro. Like,
what about Kawhi and Dame and CJ? Seeing the fact that you wouldn't have to let him go
without giving anything up, you know.
You'd have to prey on him in free agency.
Yeah, no, like if you could sign him in free agency,
take a packet chicken for a contract, bro. Like they don't got no money for him unless Kawhi just like, you know what, I'm trying to win another chip. Because like Kawhi got what? How many chips under his belt?
2.
Yeah, 2. Yeah.
2.
Yeah, Kawhi ain't worried about winning. Like I'm not saying he's not worried about winning another chip, but Kawhi trying to get his bread up.
I mean, $2 million extension from the Spurs, so yeah, he is trying to get his money back.
I don't see why he wouldn't. I mean, I don't know. To me, and I guess, you guys are right to your point. I don't think he cares much about what the media says because he doesn't say much anyway in the first place. I'll give you that. The Mavericks, what do you guys think right now? They're 4-4.
I think they're neutral.
Who?
The
Mavericks.
So I got a question for y'all. Do y'all think that Luka is still going to be the face of the future of the league? Or do y'all think that he kind of reached his ceiling?
Ain't no way he reached the ceiling.
I still think
that man just coming off his sophomore year. That's the crazy part. That man hasn't even hit 23 yet.
Yeah. And
he got to play his way back into shape. He pulling a Jokic this year. He gonna play his way back into shape. And by the time we get to February, March, April, he gonna be hitting 30, 10, and 8. So we'll see. We'll see.
Let's be honest. So Kristaps Porzingis has been listed quote unquote week to week, but he is close to coming back. What does Porzingis do for the Mavericks? And I'm talking about Porzingis himself. I ain't talking about fully healthy and stuff like that, because we do have to look at the fact Porzingis' injury history is bad.
I mean, he does a lot because you don't have Maxi Kleber out there starting now.
I think it frees up Luka more. You know, because now defenses have to focus on a man who's 7'3", can hit out to the 3-point line, can put the ball on the floor. So it's like it opens up the offense for Luka, opens up guys like Tim Hardaway Jr. and guys like that. So,
and I'm not gonna lie, I was so surprised they let Seth Curry go. I swore he was gonna resign there. I'm like, yo, he has a really nice spot. He's clearly defined. And then the Sixers put him in the starting rotation. I'm like, oh well, there you go. There you go.
I'm happy they did that. I'm happy they let him go.
Yeah. Look, as a Sixers fan, I'm happy. I'm just saying I was surprised. Like, I'm like, oh wow, they really let him walk. Just let him.
Let him go.
Let him go. Or did they trade him?
They traded him for Josh
Richardson.
A great player, just didn't fit in with us. That's great player in my opinion. Just couldn't fit with us. So, we're gonna move on. And we talked about the other topic, so I can skip that. But I wanted to come back to the Kyrie topic. Let's talk about it, man. This has been in the news the past couple days. Obviously, he said that he wasn't interested in coming into play, and obviously it's been a lot that's happened in our world in this past not even a full week, past 3 or 4 days, 5 days. So what do you make of Kyrie, leaving and not basically telling management? Steve Nash said he had no idea what was going on.
I'm nervous if I'm Steve Nash. I mean, like we've seen Kyrie sideline. I think that was last season when he was sidelined with the injury, right?
Yeah.
We've seen Kyrie sometimes, just do Kyrie-like things, especially with some of his conversations with the media, or lack of conversations with the media, stuff like that. He just kind of operates on his own time and does what he wants. So if I'm Steve Nash, I'm a little concerned because it's like, I'm here. I'm a rookie coach, and I'm coaching a team that is projected to win a championship, and one of my superstar players is polarizing, in my opinion. So.
Yeah, I just wish Kyrie would just handle stuff a little better. Like, I don't even disagree with, like, the stuff he does sometimes. It's just, like, I just wish he would handle it better. Like, if you don't want to play that day, like, I think people would get it, right? But, like, you got to, like, tell somebody or whatever, right? Like, if you don't want to talk to the media or whatever, cool, just sit up there and say no comment the whole time. You don't have to just, like, duck it and, piss up, like, make everybody else's life harder or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's just, like, just little stuff like that. It's just, like, bro, if you just handle stuff just a little bit differently, people will look at you different.
Yeah, Aaron's not only talking about Kyrie, he's also talking about Javon.
All right, bro. All right.
Yikes.
All right, so back to the topic. I definitely feel you on that one. I just feel like I don't disagree with, like, Kyrie making his own decision. I just feel like at the end of the day, when you're a part of something, you just gotta be a part of it, like, fully. Like, you gotta let your teammates know, you gotta let your staff know. But, like, the media be trying to go right at Kyrie just because he like to burn his sage and sit Indian style on Instagram Live. But, like, I just feel like at the end of the day, Kyrie's a great player, and I just don't want him to sabotage his legacy by being, like, so polarizing. But at the end of the day, he should be who he is, but just handle it different.
Yeah, especially
he's one of my favorite players, but it's just like like Aaron said, I just wish he'd go about something. It's tiring defending Kyrie. It's tiring.
Y'all try to defend that man, couldn't be me. Bro, you gotta think about it like this, bro. You're in the biggest media market, arguably in the world, in New York City, and you're doing stuff like this, bro. It's just you're setting yourself up for failure, bro. You're setting yourself up to be crucified by the media, bro. Like, That's what they're doing. Stephen A. Smith said it best. They get paid to talk about you. They don't got to talk to you. They get paid to talk about you. And as long as you stay in the news, that's their money. So I don't know.
Listen, man, I still feel like, Kyrie could be the best point guard in the league. He's definitely up there in conversations. He just got to be more consistent because, he'll fry anybody, bro.
Yeah, when he gets on the court, that's if he gets on the court.
Yeah.
That's my thing is like...
He said he's not playing unless KD on the court, bro.
Which is not good.
And if he said that to us, because we're not out there playing, then that's one thing. Now, if I were a teammate and I heard that, I'd be like, am I not good enough? Obviously, the answer would be no. But
like I told y'all, oh, go ahead, my fault.
I was just gonna say, to me, I don't want to give the media any more than what I want to give to me. So that's why I kind of like Kawhi's method for the most part. He'll answer the question to the best of his ability, but he's not giving you anything more to go off of.
Right.
To me, and honestly, it might be a little difficult for Kyrie because the media already have made preconceived notions about him, which may already make things complicated. To me, the big thing about all of this is you want to at least have that communication with the team. That's my big thing. Like, I'll never forget that interview that J.R. Smith had about that. I think it was that 2017 run, and he was talking about how standoffish Kyrie was, and he said basically, he didn't talk to the team basically until the Eastern Conference Finals. And the crazy part is that's when they ran through the East easily. They didn't lose a game until they got to the finals. If I'm remembering that correctly, like they were really running through, and then to hear some news like that, it's like, whoa, that's not what it seemed like. Y'all seemed like y'all was all well and good. Now, again, we don't know why Kyrie would do something like that, but still, that's in the back of my head when something like this happens. It's like, I would hate to be in like a teammate's position, and now you're being questioned by everybody like, yo, your man's Kyrie, what's going on with them? Like, are you guys good? He didn't say anything to you or the coach, or like, what's going on with that? So that would be just as draining as a teammate. In my opinion. What do you guys like? If now put yourself hypothetically in the shoes of a teammate, how would you feel? Because I asked this question to some of you guys last night. How would you feel if you're a teammate inside the locker room or the coach, and it's like he just disappeared? It's like somebody asked, like, yo, where'd he go?
Like I gave the point yesterday, bro. There's some players who be like, damn, this affected me. But then there's some players like Karis LeVert who's cheering that all of this is happening. Karis LeVert's the happiest man alive. Excuse my friends, Karis LeVert up here saying, fuck you, we ball. That's what that man said.
Honestly, man, I know if it was me, I'll be irritated, bro, because it's like, you just got to say something. You don't have to say what exactly it is you're going through, but just have the simple, hey, guys, I'm not going to play tonight. I'm going to do some personal stuff. Okay, it's just simple communication, bro. That's really all it is. Don't have to be deep. It doesn't have to be in depth. You just got to say something. Because, like, if I just don't show up to work one day, I'm going to get fired, right?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I can't just do things like that. You can't do things like that in the real world. So, like,
I mean, see, that's why we have to be released from the chains, my black brothers and sisters. We cannot be like this with the man. We cannot show up to work under the white man's guise.
Oh my goodness.
Also, is just like people who are the best at their jobs get away with stuff that other folks don't get away with. I mean, Kyrie's one of the best at his jobs, and we've seen it time and time again. Like, stars get to do what they kind of want to do at the end of the day. That's just how it is in the NBA. Yeah. Kawhi gets to live in San Diego and then commute to LA and make everybody wait on the plane.
Not even win.
That's just what it is,
To not win.
Yeah, high key, bro. That was so crazy when that came out. I'm like, are you serious? And you get to plan and schedule when you guys practice and when you don't, based around that.
That's too much power.
Whoa.
That's way too much power. For
showing up late to the plane ride. Come on, man.
And
you know
like,
what?
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
That was so. I mean, but when you get paid like that, certain luxuries should come with that, but nothing that crazy though. So like, I
that's what the league is, man.
Listen, bro, I've never heard LeBron James saying, you know what, bro? I don't feel like practicing today, bro.
Buddy.
It's probably happened, but you'll never see a story like that come out. You mean?
Hey, go back to them Cavs years. The story's a little different. And when he went down to Miami, and Pat Riley was like, "Yeah, bro, we don't do none of that down here. You're gonna shut up. We don't do that down here." So yeah.
He had somebody tell him, "Yo." Matter of fact, this is what he said to Bron when he first touched down.
You about to get all the smoke and take so many punches, the fans yelling, "Get off the rope!"
That's exactly, and he also said this as well.
Listen to me when I say this. You are trash.
Now play better. And then he came out in 2011 and didn't play better. He let Jason Terry and JJ Barea do the salsa on him. But I just wanted to cover that Kyrie moment for because I know that was a hot button topic.
The only thing I would say, I'm a big fan of Kyrie. Only thing I don't agree with is when he said that he finally next to someone, that could hit that. Bro, like, I just felt like that was just like, bro, like, it's certain things you just don't say, and that's just one of them. Like,
because we all know
I just felt
who
like that was a false statement. No matter what he feels, I just feel like that's a false statement because you could look at the stats and Brian is better in clutch moments than both of them.
Hey, bro, everyone brings up Bron. Hey, if I'm Jason Tatum, I feel some type of way if I hear Kyrie say that.
Yeah. Bro, all his teammates, bro. If I'm Karis LeVert, I'm like,
I guess. Like,
he like, I know I ain't KD, but I can shoot, my nigga.
Everybody a bucket, bro.
But everyone, especially our sports media, they're so quick to link something to LeBron. Like they waited no time, bruh. And then LeBron commented on it.
You said bronsexuals, bro.
I didn't say that.
Fair, who did we all think that was about?
Exactly.
We knew who.
Yeah. Look, but I guess in that case, we all knew what it was. But that's a situation where it's like, Kyrie, you didn't have to walk yourself into that. Like, you made it really easy, bro. Yeah. You made it very, very easy.
My whole thing is, bro, you can talk about your past without mentioning your ex to your new joint. That's all I'm saying, bro.
That's fact.
Like, you don't gotta slander your past relationships to make it seem like you're better. Like, and he out here just running people through the mud. Like,
Yeah, so we're gonna move on. I wish nothing but the best for Kyrie, and for sure want to see him get more buckets out there.
For sure. I'm one point guard in the league.
We're gonna do this next topic quick though, but I do want to hear some opinions. Just no explanations, but I'm gonna have you guys go one by one, and tell me right now through 9 games or 7 or maybe 10 for some, who's the MVP right now? Sterling.
MVP.
You're not prepared.
Just go ahead and say his name, Sterling. You just holding in suspense for nothing. I know who you're gonna say.
Right now, man. Based off their numbers, I'm going based off numbers, bro. Strictly, I'm gonna say Jokic is in that conversation for me.
All right.
I'm gonna say Jokic is in that conversation.
Yeah. Aaron.
Hey, you know what it is, man. Julius Randle, baby. 20.
Whatever, bro.
Hey, bro, come on now,
got
dog.
Better record than the Nuggets. Hey,
come on, man.
Take the Knicks to the tops.
Just
Oh, come on, man. All right, he said Julius Randle. Okay. I'll give it to him. He deserves it right now.
It's through 8 games, man.
Yeah.
Like, ain't nobody the MVP.
Jokic is my pick.
All right.
I'd have to go with Jokic.
You have to go with Sam.
Man, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm gonna have to. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm gonna have to probably go with my man Joel Embiid.
That's a good pick. That's what Giannis would say. That's a good pick.
Please don't disrespect my MVP.
I'm going with Steph.
He said it.
I'm gonna go with Steph.
Steph or KD would be a nice story, but they're not winning.
Yeah, but yeah, they're not. They're not. So we got some Julius Randle, Joel Embiid, Steph Curry. I'd put that in the order that it went in.
Oh, what about the Rockets? What's his name?
Christian
Wood.
Hey, listen, bro.
Oh, no.
Listen, he's averaging like 25, 7, and 7 right now.
He can get most improved.
Oh yeah, most improved for sure.
Most improved.
Yeah, MVPs go to All Stars. They go to superstars.
He gotta get an All-Star now first.
Yeah, he gotta get something like that first. He just coming off out the water, bruh.
Undrafted.
Yeah, still got mud on him and everything.
Honestly, I thought he was a rookie until I realized he'd been undrafted for a couple years.
It's been a minute, bruh. It's been a minute with Christian Wood.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's been a minute, bruh.
He was on that Summer League Sixers team, and look what happened now.
Yeah. Anyways, that was the NBA talk, and so now we got
Flunkies.
We got some NBA flunkies talk. I know that's what the meaning of this podcast is for, but NBA talk is important to us, and so for those of y'all who don't know, I'm the Commish, Ronjae Jones, or RJ for short. I got Sterling here with me. I got Keshawn here. I got Sizwe, Sam Brown, and Aaron Morris here. And what you see in the middle.
Another intro?
Well, just for the people who ain't here. Yeah, we do another small intro. Nothing major. But we got some flunkies talk here for you guys. And so first things first, man, just to jump right into it. We had some serious news drop last night. By way of myself as the commissioner. It was with a heavy heart that I had to.
It really wasn't.
Keep it a spade, bro.
It was, look, bro. Nah, it was with a very heavy heart because it's unprecedented. I had to ban somebody from trading. Our guy
RJ up here lying right now, bro.
He's been on the
phone with him
podcast
before he dropped it, bro. This man was so happy. This man was gleeful.
No.
Grinning from ear to ear.
It wasn't grinning.
Beaming.
Look, bro.
Psych!
Nah, bro. It's
man
cap.
was glowing like he was pregnant, bro. It was
cap.
crazy.
It's cap, bro. It's all cap. So Javon, aka known as what's his name now?
Mo, Bob, and Slim.
Cap City go. Oh, yeah, it's Mo, Bob,
yeah,
Slim.
he didn't change his name again.
Well, Mo, Bob, and Slim, all three of them Negroes got banned.
Yeah, all of them got banned. Yeah, whatever, bro.
Javon, gotta go.
Javon had made a consistent amount of bad trades, like consistently for the most part, and the trade council, which comprises of myself, Aaron, that you see here on screen, and Mike Thompson, who was actually on the phone last week with us, who make up the trade council. We were tired of bailing him out, and I had made a message prior to saying, look, we're not bailing you out, and I don't consider this a bailout. I just consider this a serious punishment because I've never had to do this with anyone before. So I'm still like, yo, what is going on that I had to ban somebody? And so it was just such a successive group of terrible trades. Like, it was almost as if he was just trying to get rid of his team. And I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Why are you making things so hard for the trade council and for myself? Like, you're coming in here, and basically it felt as though he just gave his $20 in and was like, dang, I can use that $20 now. It's a no refund policy. And so, for me, it was just like, yo, I got to do something to preserve, what we have now in this league. And for many of you who don't know, which is probably all of you who are watching, we had a horrid year last year of some pretty horrendous trades, and it got out of hand. And I take some blame of obviously pushing them through, But to help minimize that, I have a trade council, and now I gotta install some consequences here, goofy trades that have been made and are still being, accepted and waited to be pushed through. But yeah, I had to do it to you, Javon. I'm sorry, dude. But what was y'all opinions? Look, bro, I was sorry, bro. I was sorry.
So what I'm gonna say is this. So granted, we've seen Javon be in the headlines for probably some of the top trades that have been done. I think Tim is number one, I think you addressed that earlier. But Javon has been in the midst of some of the most one-sided trades that we've ever seen. Now, granted, some of the trades that he accepted and they were vetoed prior to was before seeing production of certain players and stuff like that. So in hindsight, It could technically be fair if you look at the production based on numbers. But what we saw with Javon trading Larry Nance Jr. yesterday for Timothy Luwalu-Cabarrot was what got him banned. Now, my thing is this. The council has saved Javon from bad trades. Not once, not twice, numerous times. Now, I know last year, because that was my rookie year, I made a trade with old Commish. Granted, it was a terrible trade. I traded you Terry Rozier and Kristaps Porzingis for Reggie Jackson and Jonas Valanciunas.
Way before the season started.
Reggie Jackson is an awful fantasy player.
The worst. The absolute worst.
That trade right there, it had me set back so much. Javon has had trades that have been just like, you just kept players on his team. And it comes to a point, it's like, how many times does Superman have to report to go save Mary, save the day? How many times? Yeah, sorry, my fault. I meant to say, how many times, don't you think Spider-Man get tired of saving Mary Jane all the time? At some point?
Apparently not. He keep doing it.
Well, yeah, but my thing is this, Brad. Sterling will say it specifically due to what happened last year. But some of us got left for dead when it came to this.
Look, honestly, bro, he couldn't keep it real himself, and because of that, there's a consequence to pay for that. And so for me, I was just like, look, you know what? I'm just going to let this be. And honestly, the league needs good warnings like this. Because personally, I'm tired of seeing the bad trades. I don't think we should be seeing as bad. Like, I think at this point, we've had 29 trades go through. So we're getting close to that 30 mark, and it's only week 3. And I think out of that, about 4 or 5 of them have been vetoed. So, not a huge amount. It's not like half of them, but it is a considerable amount. And it's like, these are still some pretty bad trades. And it seems like every day, every other day, for sure every week, that someone is in the group chat complaining like, oh, I'm tired of seeing these bad trades. Stop sending this to me. What are you doing? Bro, you're smoking. Bro, stop sending me this dumb stuff. Hey, Commish, is there a ban button on here for people who want to send trades to me? How can I get this done? How can you get this done? Stop sending this to me. Stop messaging me in the middle of the night. Like, it's all this kind of stuff, bro. And it's like, you know what? Bet. Let's go ahead and nip this all in the bud. Because if any of these things continue to keep happening, and I talked about this before we started, it might have to be a league-wide ban.
Now, granted, I will say this. Some trades that are sent, some people be messing around and joking. Like, we all get in there and we get to joking and stuff like that. That's why we drop screenshots in the group chat, stuff like that.
Is it for... I can't tell. Not by y'all complaints.
Listen, I don't think with them Haligers trades, bro. I think they be serious, bro. Let's call spade spade, bro.
They don't be
I be sending Sizwe anything.
Yeah, like
that's the problem.
Like the other day, bro. I told Sizwe, I said, look, man, Kelly Oubre really ain't doing nothing. You might as well take Reggie Bullock off my hands and we'll just part ways.
You want to know how that's lunacy? Listen, man, I've been quiet on this issue. I've been quiet. Just want to, I guess I'll express my thoughts on the Durran thing. I also want to hear about Sam's. You don't forget, we want to hear about Sam's, first 3 weeks experience.
Yeah.
But before that, I just want to touch base on the whole Javon ban. At first, I thought it was a little bit harsh to keep Russell and a bunch of his players that I could have easily finessed away from us. I feel like that's a nice little pool of players that we just got cut off from. And especially, he was like, imagine like a Bacta tank in Star Wars, or like just somebody who's getting siphoned their energy off of. That was the Haligers to Javon, bro. Javon just
Definitely, bro.
They're just like draining their energy, like tasty.
Hey,
So,
I just want to say this real quick. Breaking news. No trade has been made, but I do think this is breaking news worthy. After dislocating his wrist, Karl Anthony Towns returns to the lineup tonight, so he's playing.
The first step in Aaron's plan has taken fruition.
That's big time. But yeah, I thought the banning was a little bit much. I thought it was a lot in terms of like a whole week for just like the punishment. But then I had to look back on the resume and how we've been saving him since the draft. And we've had multiple talks with Javon. Multiple talks about like, yo, you chill out, be smarter. Yeah. But you can't make people smarter.
It's
bro.
like
they
yeah, for sure. It's like the kid that you keep telling to go sit in the corner, and then they sit there and pout. And then you tell them they can leave, but you got to keep putting them back into the corner. So it's like, you know what? You're gonna have a greater penalty now. You're gonna have a way greater penalty at the moment. So, for sure. And with that being said, I'm gonna move on to the next topic. And this kind of goes a little bit hand in hand. About 29 trades have been made. 29 trades have been made this season. What's y'all opinion on that? Because I know there have been a lot of talks in terms of just a lot of move. It's been a lot of movement in the league. Like every time I go to update the 2K roster, it's taking me an hour and a half to fully update, really close to 2 hours to fully update everything. I'm personally getting tired of it, but it's enjoyable, so it's like whatever. But for sure, it's just like, yo, it's a lot of movement, and it's only been 3 weeks. Like I said, we're just getting into 10 games in the season.
I think one of the big things dealing with why we have so many trades right now, granted, some people are out there looking to finesse. Yes, there is money on the line. So that's one thing. But last year, we had 15 teams. 15 teams, 14 active. But the free agency pool was a little bit heavier. Like there was something you could actually grab that might stay on your team for a period of time. With 18 teams being here, and I would say everyone active, the free agency pool is scarce. Like we're sitting there looking at guys like Isaac Bonga as someone to try to add to your team in order to get free fantasy points for a night, and you might only be
a game him, or two.
Yeah, you might be only asking him for 20 fantasy points because he's not going to give you 40. Like
Jackson Hayes.
Yeah, Aaron picked up Jackson Hayes, and literally Jackson Hayes gave Aaron some points.
Yo, garbage, bro.
John
Conchar.
That was bad.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, man, he gave me 50 and then 70, boy, and then now he's on Malik's team giving 0. It's crazy how that works, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, how ironic. Really how ironic for sure. But it's been a lot of movement. I mean, I guess from one perspective, it's good to see a lot of movement happening. But then again, it's like...
I also think injury is another thing put into play. Like we're seeing... So there's some guys who got drafted, quote unquote, earlier than they should have, in my opinion, because, barring like certain stars are not healthy at this point in time.
Right.
Like, I took a chance and I drafted Kemba Walker, who has been practicing with the team as of yesterday. He's allowed to. But, I'm taking the time to, invest in getting Kemba back so that way I have my point guard. Now, granted, like prior to, someone could have took Kemba higher if he was healthy at that point in time. So dealing with that, just seeing certain injured players like Porzingis, Kemba, Jaren Jackson Jr., like those are guys who could have went earlier, which would have bumped certain dudes down in their draft stock at that point in time. So,
look, for sure, and it's still with these trades, it's still a revolving door as far as I'm concerned. The way our entire league has kind of been handling things. So, We're just gonna keep an eye on it. So far so good. No breaking news in terms of trades being made happening right now. I can't imagine.
Podcast first.
Yeah, the podcast. Yeah, so so far it's a first. Yeah, so very surprised about that. The next topic that I really want to talk about and kind of start to go through. So we had some power rankings come out last week, or more like on Monday. That's when every week, for most of you who don't know, I do a power rankings for every team from top to bottom, ranking from the number 1 to number 18. And we often have many different reactions from everybody in the league on where it is that they're at in the league. And so I'm actually gonna pull up those right now and really get some thoughts from you guys. And I think this might be something that I might actually start doing its own separate video and then release it to you guys and maybe do like a reaction from everyone. I think that would be pretty funny. So we had Aaron Morris this week at number 1. Obvious. It's pretty obvious. He's one of I think properly rated, and that might be good. Let's go through these and say properly rated, overrated, underrated. All right, Aaron Morris undefeated.
Properly rated.
You hit 2,000 points this week.
Of course.
Okay, so that's I don't see how that would change, and you're beating the brakes off a guy who's fitting to go 0-3. So, next person we got from, and this is from week 3. This isn't the makings of the next power rankings. This is judging from what we've gotten on Monday. Mike Thompson.
Underrated.
I mean, for where things are at,
underrated. He might be getting better though with the cat.
Yeah.
Look, that's true as well. Like he said, he just sent. I love these things he drops in the group chat. These are some of the best so far. He has the Amazon delivery guy dancing, talking about special delivery. He delivering an L to everybody he's played so far. I just find that stuff to be funny. You guys are comical with some of these memes, and I might have to make a whole video of like memes that have happened each week too. That might be fun as well. Look, another undefeated team. I think he's perfectly rated, and for sure, if how things are kind of trending, it looks like it's going to be Aaron and Mike at the number one and 2 spots for a while. And I think it's not so much a number 2 spot; it's more like a 1A, 1B kind of deal. And the crazy part is, number 1 and number 2 spot right now, the past 2 champions. Is it possible that we could see? And I know you all are biased because you're gonna say I'm finna win that, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. Do you think it's possible that one of these 2 guys can win the title and have the second title in 3 years?
Oh, hell yeah.
I think Aaron has a better shot.
Okay, so you think Aaron has a better shot?
Just going through the Western Conference is like, I think the East is a lot deeper, so I think Mike has a little more.
Honestly,
to deal with.
I think it's Mike. Because if Mike is beating the better teams that allegedly are in the East, it would be tough for me to bet against him right now.
True.
And his meme game is on A+ right now, so it's really tough for me to decide otherwise.
Hey man, I think we're underrating Sterling's team.
And going into that, he's number 3 right here. Again, another undefeated team. Overrated, properly rated, or underrated?
Properly rated.
I think he's underrated.
I think it's properly rated. Yeah.
I feel like that nigga overrated.
The only
Of course, Sis does. Sis just no. Sis. You you just saying that because I won't give you yoke, bro. I'm sorry. No, bro. No. Get off your soapbox. Get off your soapbox.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Sterling's team has dropped the most points this whole season.
I think Sam
like
Hood
by
had
far.
him beat.
So I feel like his team's underrated.
Bruh, his team ain't nothing but a Jokic team. But bruh, listen, Jokic hasn't missed a single game. Listen, all I'm saying is Sterling talks and walks around here like he big dog, like he big papa. But really, it's just because he getting carried by one singular player. Like he talks like he done. He talks like he done built this team from the ground up through the draft. Yeah, you made one good pick. Congratulations.
You about to get all the smoke and take so many punches. The fans yelling, "Get off the rope!"
Because trust me, if Hood would have took Jokic in front of your group, you would not have this confidence.
So I will say this. I agree with Sizwe in a certain extent because of the fact if you take away Nikola Jokic off Sterling's team, the top player on his team is Levine. And outside of that, I don't know where the next drop-off is, but I don't know any player that Sterling has, maybe aside from Jarrett Allen, who's reaping the benefits of the new point system, who is performing well. But Devontae Graham has had his ups and downs scaling with, his point total. So if, say Jokic were to go down with an injury, knock on wood with that, Sterling's team would look completely different. I don't think it's that overpowered at that point in time. Just because Jokic is getting these triple doubles. The dude's averaging 24.
I think for me, I'm also getting production out unlikely sources, like guys like Lonnie Walker. Eric Bledsoe actually looks like he's an actual NBA point guard again. OG Anunoby sometimes. I think I'm just getting production out unlikely sources, man.
Look, it is like look, Nikola Jokic last week had 423 fantasy points in the entire week. The week before, I don't even see. Oh, Julius Randle was holding you up. So, he's getting progressively better every single week. I think right now he's sitting, let's see here, at 346. I think that's as of tonight, what he's played now. So, I think there is a good point to be made that if he wasn't performing at an MVP caliber level like he is now, I won't say that you wouldn't be winning. I would just say your team would be in trouble, would be in serious trouble.
That's fair. That's fair.
But I think, though, with and let me go back and double check and make sure. With the quality of quote unquote quality of teams that you've played, like you beat Daquan last week. Daquan is rated. What's he rated? Oh, he fell.
He was rated above me. He was rated above me last week. He was rated above you. No, 2 weeks ago. Yeah. Not including week 3, but in week 2 he was rated above you. Yeah. And then you beat him and he dropped. Yeah, he had a huge drop off. But he's still a very good team. He's still a great team. Like that's not to, saying, right. Count him out, but I still think it's worth noting that, number 3, it looks like that'll be a lock for you. And then Chris was confident, but then he had to get the belt,
Chris,
bro.
Yeah, Chris was very confident. He was like, he's like hellfire and all that. He
said
get all the
coming
smoke.
Back, blah blah blah. Then he got the belt.
Yeah, then he's like,
I'm
coming back.
Half his team to Tim.
He did.
That's a fact, bro.
And he's still getting and that's the crazy. And you know what? I'm gonna save that for when we get to them. Next up, we got Durran, South GA Wildcats. Overrated, underrated, properly rated.
Overrated.
Yeah, it's definitely overrated.
Overrated.
And I'll tell you exactly right now why.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you explain it.
So I got Durran as overrated because right now, if anyone knows, I play Durran this
right
week.
now. Yeah.
And my team is severely injured. I am lacking Kemba Walker, Jeremy Lamb, Danilo Gallinari, Larry Markkinen, and Alec Burks. And I have a nice little lead on Durran right now. And I projected myself losing this week. Just like I predicted myself losing in week 1 to Jake. Because I was like, I don't see how I'm going to sit here and win this. Now, to my surprise, with Colin Sexton not playing tonight, I don't think, and Dorian Finney-Smith with COVID, Hassan Whiteside is getting no minutes out there in Sacramento. His only player,
Durant keep trying to make it seem like he is.
His only player tonight playing is my former team captain, who I'm hoping to get back at some point, Roddy Rich, a.k.a. DeMar DeRozan. And DeRozan is, I would say, in my opinion, DeRozan is going to have a little bit of a tougher time dealing with putting up that production because of the fact that Karl Anthony Towns is back now. So there's some rim presence there for the Timberwolves at that point in time, and extra scoring.
Yeah, he's overrated. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Highly overrated. If he loses this week, I could for sure plan on him dropping. Sam Hood, Playboy Cardi stands.
Underrated.
You want me, Cardi? Barty. No. Give me. I don't even any. Oh.
Sam's team, they're properly rated. They got the ability to go crazy, and then they got the ability to stink it up. So, I mean.
Only reason I got him underrated is because he's got KP sitting on the sidelines, basically almost ready to play. And if things go right with KP coming back, he's got Kyrie, he's got Dame, he's got Karis LeVert, and he's got KP. Not to mention Thomas
He's definitely
Bryant.
the epitome of a firecracker team, bro.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
His player comp would be J.R. Smith.
Young J.R. Smith.
Yeah, I mean, look, his
Nuggets J.R.
His team literally is just night and day. I mean, look, he's 1-1 right now. It's night and day. He plays in the West, so I'm gonna give his squad the benefit of the doubt. At number 5, top 5, that's top 5 right there. Number 6 is coming in at Chris. Almighty Push.
Overrated.
There's no.
Go ahead, drop that man, bro.
Yeah, it looks like Sterling's gonna hang on to a route, and it's gonna be an almighty belt put on him.
Chris's team was properly rated until he traded half of them away to Tim.
And then he traded him halfway, bro.
New op pack in the air, this gas or what? He'll still be alive right now if you ain't gas him up.
There's really nothing else to say beyond that. I expect him to drop a bit this upcoming week. But kudos to Sterling. And he won't be undefeated after this tomorrow. So we're gonna move on. We got Jake, Grown Hugs and Larceny. Properly rated. Number 7. Number 7. I think that's it fits in.
Yeah,
underrated. You say he's underrated? Properly rated?
Properly.
He's in the West, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a middling team, a mere fledgling.
Yeah, I mean,
the fact
he got AD and KD though. That's a nice little. If you put that team in anywhere, you're gonna be good.
Yeah.
But they also have to play, bro. They also have to play.
Yeah,
like in the 2K league, he probably gonna be unbeatable.
Yeah, it probably should be like that. Yeah, he should be unbeatable, but we'll see. Who knows? I don't know. But him and Sam Hood are actually in a close fight right now. I think they're separated by about 10 points, less than 10 points, something like that. So that's going down to the wire. But for sure, I haven't properly rated here. Malik, Popeye's leg and thigh, the four-headed monster.
Overrated.
At number 8.
Overrated. That man team is trash.
Overrated.
New op pack in the air, this gas or what? He'll still be alive right now if you ain't gas him up.
Don't worry, his pack coming up next week too, bro.
Yeah, his pack coming up. Hey, January.
Last week, going up next week.
January 15th
and the 18th
is the Sterling only plays them on the 15th, but the 15th, LeBron James, Luka Doncic, Andre Drummond, and Nikola Vucevic all play on one night. All playing one night.
It don't matter if you're already down by 1,000.
Well, look, them look, they all get 100 in the night. Look, you in trouble. If they all get 100 and Malik's team plays normal, even meager, that's still crazy to me. But
Thomas Bryant got injured.
We'll see. What happened to him?
I have no clue, but that's what Sam Hood just said. Thomas Bryant is injured right now.
He said I'm a real Wounded Warrior project. That's funny. Look, I agree. I agree.
People
Malik,
just throwing my team name around like that, bro.
Overrated, bro. Overrated. We're gonna move on to Keenan Johnson, Aaron Smith, the double agent, Devin, otherwise known as Loud Pack. He's giving me a belt right now, so I'm just gonna say it like this: he's underrated. He has 2,300 points right now. Underrated. And he's 1-1 right now. Underrated. I'm putting that out there. I expect him to climb up in the stats.
To be fair, right? He got like 100 points one night from like Patrick Beverly. I don't know how sustainable that is.
It's
you know
not.
What I'm saying?
That's fair.
His team's still kind of scary.
But
and he got like another 90 points from Seti Osman. Like this is not gonna continue on for the rest of the season.
He's got Edwards, Tatum, Kawhi. Like, what else can you do?
He got a solid squad, but
very solid. But that's why I'm
Tatum
saying.
Thing gonna hurt him for
bro. Because
that Tatum, man. I wish that would have came a couple days ago. It'd give me a fighting chance here.
Actually, RJ, you might want to hold off on that because it looked like Jaylen Brown might be out too.
He got hurt.
Man,
he's in health protocols with Tatum.
Ooh.
Well, looks like I'll be 1-4 by the time all this is done. 1-5.
Packing the air strong.
I'll be somewhere.
I already smell it.
Crying my eyes out. Not unless I trade him, of which, look, it could happen.
Hey, come talk to me. Come talk to me.
Oh, Lord.
We're gonna move on, bro. We're gonna move on. But I like where Devin's at. He's underrated, but I got him moving up. We got Daquan, Team Quan Stokes. What y'all thinking about him?
Based off last week's power rankings?
Yeah, based on Monday's power rankings.
He's like scary. He's still got a scary team.
I say he's underrated. This dude's working with Bam. He's got Miles Turner, who's playing well, and then he's got that slave Bradley Beal, who likes to put up 60 points and just not win.
What's killing him though is that Rondo. Oh, he also got Drew Holiday.
Yeah.
So like if his players play, Rashawn Holmes does well. Just getting you a nice 50-point outing. Like he has a pretty consistent team, and not to mention he got a steal with Elfrid Payton, bro. Like a steal.
Yeah. I mean, successively, he's had a 1,700 point night, a 2,200 point week, 1,700 point week, 2,200 point week. He's in that 1,800 point, 1,900 point area right now. So I think he's properly rated as well. His team just has to perform well. It's not night and day, but his team's got to really come out and perform. So we'll see how his team kind of continues, but I think they'll only get better. We got Javon. I'm just going to go ahead.
New op packing the edges, guess what?
He'll
still be alive right now if you ain't gas him up.
Yeah, we got
no lie. For me, Javon would have been properly rated for his position right now. But I have him overrated because of the fact that he traded Devin Booker, Clint Capella for Buddy Hield and Gobert.
Overrated. That's just my opinion. And he's sitting just outside the top 10 from here, but it looks like he's going to lose to Tucker, which that's embarrassing, but it happens.
That's a bad look.
It's a bad look, but it happens.
That's a bad look.
Yeah,
no, it happens.
Not many people lose to Tuck.
And let's see, right? I'm just gonna keep going for it, man. We got my squad properly rated. I'm at number 12.
You've been making some moves.
You have.
But
we're gonna see what happens next week because I have no.
You got Steph. Steph has got you putting out a good season.
Steph's had me
I would
covered.
say right now you can't really be rated. You just trash. So you have some breakout players. Jaylen Brown, Curry. You trying your hardest to get Luka. That's.
I'm done trying. It's a pipe dream at this point. It's not happening. He's not giving. Basically, I just wish Malik would just have the respect to say, "You're not getting him ever." Like Tucker. I'm never getting Jamal Murray, D'Lo, Giannis, Mike Conley. I'm never getting those guys. So I'm just gonna leave that at that. Perfectly fine with me. Up next, we got Tim, otherwise known as Trey times 2 Cool Crew, and I'm just gonna go
New
ahead.
op pack in the air, this gas or what? He'll still be alive right now if you ain't gas him up.
Yeah, I
Listen, bro,
completely
First he changed his
overrated.
name. Know what I'm saying? Don't ever just leave Oubre like that. You will get hurt like base guys, bro.
Hey, look, I'm gonna put it like this. Tim ruined himself in week 1 because he added and dropped so many players and was riding the momentum of a Josh Jackson or a Cameron Payne or a Doug McDermott, and had those guys, tried to trade those guys, and we all knew that at some point we see through the lies of the Jedi, bruh. It ain't gonna be like that. It is not gonna be like that.
Sir.
And his team is not built to sustain. That is why right now he is in a trade panic.
Let me say this. So Tim put up in the first week, he put up where is he at? He put up 1,600 points in the first week. The second week, he put up about 2,200 points. About 2,200 points. That's really good in my opinion. He played Chris. I'm sorry, he put up 2,100. Still good in my opinion. Lost both of those. And this is in the middle of all the trades. Like I said earlier, he's the most traded flunky in our league to my knowledge right now. And now he's back to, 1,600. Huge drop off. So it's like you have no consistency because you can't stick with the team long enough to see anything happen or improve.
He gave up Victor Oladipo for a bag of chips.
So we'll see what happens to Chris. I mean, he had them this entire week, and he's not much far off better. It's a 30, 40 point, 45 point difference between Tim and Chris right now as the current scores go for this week. So overrated in my opinion, and I'm just going to leave it at that. And we got Sizwe, and I'm just going to go ahead and just play.
My homeboy Tyler, he playing South Beach. He told me this summer he gon' fix my jumper. I told Boy Wonder that we might got a thumper. I've been trying to pop, now I'm on like Shumper.
And now I'm
pack
going
in
to
the
go
air,
ahead
this
and
gas
just
or what?
play.
He'll still be alive right now if you ain't gas him up.
I got the Valley Boys as overrated.
I don't know how to rate Sizwe. He beating on an injured team.
I got him as overrated. Now, granted, I play Sizwe next week, so you could maybe probably schedule him for his second win, if barring my team actually show up like they did this week. But yeah, Sizwe's got some guys on his team who are either struggling or who are trash.
Wait, let me defend myself.
Nah, there ain't much to defend, bro.
First week 1, I only lost by 400 points. John Wall, Boogie, and didn't play. So we have to take that into account. I only lost by 400. So that was a win. RJ, he had a Curry scored 62. I couldn't do it.
C's pack in the air. C's pack in the air. All time head-to-head matchup against Sizwe. I'm 3-1.
Only reason y'all saying I'm overrated because I talk too much. That's all.
That might have something to do with it. I'm not sure.
I gotta give my man Caesar his respect, man. His team not that bad, man. They trended upwards, man.
They're trending upwards.
Right now.
All right, so you got them underrated.
Upwards.
I can appreciate the honesty.
Thanks, Aaron.
That's very interesting.
Now give me John Wall.
No.
My only issue with Sizwe's team is the players who don't sustain. The Tyus Joneses of his team. The Nemanja Bjelica's of his team. Please don't botch that.
You mean Namja Angelica?
Oh my goodness.
Listen, they're on the block. Bjelica, listen, he's better than the people in free agency.
The cutting block?
No, he's better than the people.
Listen to me when I say this. You are trash.
I got rid of Devin Booker, which ultimately strengthened my foundation because Hero and Ibaka both put up 2 times as much.
Did you say Hero?
Homeboy Tyler, he playing South Beach. He told me this summer he gon' fix my jumper. I told Boy Wonder that we might got a thumper. I've been trying to pop, now I'm on like Shumper.
Yes, sir.
That'll
Tyler
never
Hero
get
on my
old.
team, and that's gonna stay there until he leaves, which won't happen. I don't trade my stars. Moving on to the
We
next
need
player.
to do a history check on
No,
that
to my
one.
next player.
bruh.
No. Moving on. Next
We're
caller.
gonna, but I agree.
Next
We're
caller.
gonna move on to the next caller. I agree with you, bruh. We got Sam Brown next.
Hey,
Yo,
bro.
listen, man. I'm right where I need to be right now.
Yeah, you're properly rated. I don't know how good your team is until they come back. So I'm gonna
haven't even been available.
I'm
since,
gonna
week one.
I'm gonna agree with that. Yeah. Although you did play Aaron's team the first week and you didn't score well, but I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt in all sake of honesty. But we're gonna move on. We got Tucker, my league now. I'm just gonna go ahead and just
New op pack in the air, this gas or what? He'll still be alive right now if you ain't gas him up.
Even though he gets a win this week, out of respect, he does get a win. I think he's properly rated because I don't know how good his team is.
That's sick.
And you know what the crazy part is
overrated,
once you get to the bottom and you say, yeah, they're properly rated, it's like you're really just saying that they're trash. The only thing that you can say positive about a bottom team is that they're underrated.
My league now, he's trash. My league now, he should be up. He's bad, trash.
Yeah, he didn't draft very well.
Hey, Mike said, "Almighty push, get this shit pushed back."
New op pack in the air, this gas or what? He'll still be alive right now if you ain't gas him up.
He said, Chris, I remember Chris said, for those of y'all who counted James Harden out, count your expletive word days. Take that for what you will.
Against James
you don't
Harden.
bet against James Harden. And he said that, and goofy. That's all I can really say is it's goofy. And he's getting his almighty pushed back. I agree with that 100%. Tucker, I think he's just gonna stay where he's at for now. He might move up a little bit. I can see him moving up a bit.
Until he makes some moves, he's not going nowhere, bro. Everyone else is too active.
Agree 100%. We got Keshawn, the Wounded Warrior Project.
He's underrated because Keshawn be acting like his team's trash. He up here competing with Durran.
That's what
Three
I'm
players
saying.
playing.
Yo, I definitely got myself underrated because of the fact that I'm holding on to caliber players just in IR. I'm waiting for my time, and once they get back to full strength, we'll really see what my team is composed of.
And because of that fact, you're properly rated.
For the moment being, yeah, I'm properly rated.
I think you're properly rated because I can't say for sure, but I think your team for sure is trending upward, and I think that's a really positive thing. To your points, they really are trending upward. So I'm excited to see Keshawn's team. I am very excited to see. And then last but not least, and I really do be hating on this man, but I guess I gotta give him a little bit more respect. We got Cordell.
I got Cordell a little, not too underrated.
Bro, he's severely underrated, bro.
He is beating the brakes off.
He be scoring high, bro.
He got some goofy names on his team, though.
Listen, he gave me a run for my money week one. I ain't gonna care.
I was say he's had like one of the toughest schedules like out of anybody in the whole league. That's why he's 0-2, not because he's actually trash.
He's had a deadly schedule.
So wait,
he's very deadly schedule.
Sterling week 1.
Yes, yeah.
Sterling week 1. Who do you have week 2?
That's a great question. He played Durran, and he only lost by like less than 800 points. I mean, less than 100.
I remember talking about that. Yeah, Cordell was on Durran heavy. He got to get some respect. Granted, the names on his team don't stand out too heavy to you.
That's the crazy part.
The production is there.
He scored more this week, I think. Oh no, he didn't. No, he didn't. I thought he scored more this week than he did last week. But he's winning. He's winning right now. So to me, that counts for something. So based on a lot of that, I think, in my opinion, will kind of like dictate where people should be at for the most part in terms of where the power rankings are going to be at when they come out this coming week. So the last thing I had on the itinerary here, man, was wins and losses. Who we think is coming up this week. So I'm gonna read off the schedule that we got coming up next week, and just off of the sheer glance, we got some interesting matchups coming up this week. To start off, it's my squad versus Daquan, man. Who we sound it off for me? Who you guys got?
That's gonna be ending the tie.
You versus Daquan.
You said the second time in Flunky history, bro. That's
second tie, bro. Y'all are like two of the most even teams, bro.
Hey, bro, I hate to break it to you. I hate to break it to you, Ronjae, but I got Daquan in that.
I have no idea if I get Obi back this week. I was supposed to get him back yesterday, I think, but I don't know. Oh, Aaron, you said you got Daquan. I don't blame you.
Man, I got Daquan.
I don't blame you. Look, if Jaylen Brown goes down, it's over.
Yes.
It's over. Oh, it's over. It's over. So Sterling, who you got?
I got Daquan. Bro.
That's two.
Yeah.
Sam Brown.
Man, I'm gonna keep it a bean. I don't really be knowing people's teams, so I really don't know who got what. So I can't even really speak on this. Keep it a whole
come
bean.
on now,
Rule
dog.
number 1: know thy enemy.
Come on, man.
RJ, let's hear from Sam, bro.
I really don't even know. I don't be knowing people's team, bro. I don't be knowing who got what. When people be like, "Yo, you trying to trade?" I'll be like, "What's your team name again?"
Rule number 1: know thy enemy.
Bro, he's still feeling it out, man. Keyshawn Sterling ain't know what's
You'll
going
be
on
0-5 in no
year.
time.
Yeah, you gonna
time.
be if you go 0-5, you gonna try and trade with somebody. It's like, yo, I'm trying to trade. You gonna get blown up. You gonna be like, yo, who is this, bro? Who is this?
I ain't going on 5. I don't speak.
You'll be fine, bro. You'll be fine.
Believe me, I started off.
I got you this upcoming week.
I appreciate it. That's one vote. That's 2 votes technically. All right, Sizwe.
Oh yeah, I said you. I think you're going to get that win.
Oh, Keshawn.
I'm gonna take Daquan in this one.
All right, so we're gridlocked here. We got a tie. All right, next matchup we got Aaron versus Chris. Look, I'm just
packing the edits. Guess what? You can still be alive right now. Ain't guess what?
we just gonna pencil Aaron
Listen,
in,
remember, Chris said you never bet against James Harden,
and I'm
so
betting.
Just for that, I'm picking Aaron.
Yeah, I'm betting against.
Bro, Harden put up 80 fantasy points last night, bro.
That's meager for him.
Bro,
Very meager.
I think Chris gonna come back. Next week he's gonna lose performance.
No.
He's still gonna lose by 300.
I predict this.
True, he was almost down 500 to me. So,
I predict this.
and you got better players than I got. So
I
what you
predict
mean?
this week
Aaron,
a
stop
trade.
being modest, bro.
Bro, but your team playing better than mine right now. So like, what's the truth?
I predict this week Chris got a trade in the works, and I believe he's gonna end up giving someone valuable on his team up.
It's gonna be the last push from Almighty Push, bro.
I think so.
Man, bro, that'd be week 4, bro.
You know what's
Like,
wild? I
bro.
can see DeAndre Ayton being the person who gets traded this week.
Look, bro. We all said it, bro. By week 6, it's gonna be over for him.
Don't bet on James Harden. He gonna trade James Harden. That's why he said don't bet on him.
Hey yo, when we talk about Sam Hood, we might have to take into account he's got 2 new injuries now. Thomas Bryant went down, and now Bogdanovich has just went down.
Ooh.
Man, Bodie wasn't giving that man Sam no points.
Ooh, that's tough. He's got
right knee injury.
2 people in one night, man.
Ugh.
Can't make this stuff up.
That's nasty.
All right, so we had Aaron penciled in. Jake versus Tim.
I got 6'8".
Yeah, you know,
New
man.
op pack in the air, this gas or what?
I got Jake.
He'll still be alive right now.
Nobody's
Ain't
with
gas him
that.
up.
Listen, nobody's with the Halligers this year, bro.
0-4.
And so with
Tim.
that, I'm gonna side with my rival this year, bro.
I'm going with
My rival.
Really?
I'm taking Tim, bro. I'm taking Tim.
Whoa.
I'll go with Tim.
I'm taking Tim.
Oh, y'all done hit y'all heads.
Whoa.
You said Doug McDermott is gonna show us why Tim is fierce.
Okay, so Sam, you said Tim, and Sizwe said Tim. I got Jake.
Yeah, I got Jake and
Jake, bro. Yeah.
Beat down.
All right,
That's if Anthony Davis plays this week. You know.
I need to build up good graces so I can get Trae Young off his hands.
He not gonna give it up. He gonna charge you to farm. You gonna have to say goodbye.
I'll get John Wall for him.
He gonna tell you Brandon Ingram +1.
He will. That's why I'm taking Jake.
So with the vote,
you reminded me why he was so trash.
Yeah, with the
I'm taking Jake.
you taking Jake now? All right,
5-1.
with a 5-1 vote, man. Hey Sam, you don't want to change your mind, bro? You don't want. You get on.
Man, nah, I'm good on this side.
Man, all right,
You loyal to the soil.
Yeah, you
buddy.
loyal, bro. It couldn't be me, bro. But hey, you loyal, bro, and I appreciate it. We gotta have some honest, loyal people here, and you the perfect flunky for it. All right, so moving on, man. We got Cordell versus Mike.
Now Cordell.
Now this could be a slugfest.
Cordell meets his maker this week.
I got.
Bro, I hate it for Cordell can't get a break with the schedule, man.
Yeah.
Bro, I promise you, RJ hate Cordell, bro.
I'm telling you, bro. Look, man. Look, all I did was catch Cordell and Chris shooting craps in the back of the studio, man. It was a bad sight, so he had to pay, bro. He had to pay.
Yeah,
but
bro.
who we got?
Mike.
You got Mike. I got Mike.
I will say this though, with Cordell's schedule right now, since we only play one team, each team once, Cordell could maybe make a late break on.
Oh, he gonna go on a run the second half.
Yeah, because he taking his lumps early, bro.
He finna be down bad, bro.
He taking his lumps early.
So we got Mike here. We got Mike.
Yeah, Mike.
Yeah. Especially with Cat coming back.
All right, I'm gonna pencil us in for the sweep here. Although Sizwe stepped away for a second.
Mike.
All right, there you go. We got the sweep here. All right, we got Durran versus Sam Brown.
Listen, bro, I'm taking that W, bro.
Whoa.
Bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
You taking one off Durran's top?
I'm taking that W, and I hope he's listening to this, John, too.
Sam talking to somebody, he's just like, I think Durran team not good.
Hey, you know you dealing with your man's Paul George and my man Roddy Rich, and then Bojan Bogdanovic, and then you also dealing with Colin Sexton and Nicholas Batum, who I can't believe I had to say his name is a formidable foe at this point in time.
He's very
and
formidable.
you dealing with Christian Woods. So yeah, you sure you beating that team
man.
right now?
Listen, bro, like MP Michael Porter Jr. gonna come back as long as he don't get quarantined again.
I think he was quarantined for 10 more days, though.
I know, but them 10 days already started.
All right, so we got Sam Brown in his corner. I got Durran, bruh.
Yeah, man. Durran gonna come out with this one, man. I don't think Durran.
I got Durran.
Yeah, Durran's
Yes. Sam Brown, your team is still down bad, bruh. So you gonna have
don't use your IR.
Oh yeah, Sam, bro, you need to learn how to use the IR, man. So you put some of the folks on the IR, you pick up more players.
Oh, all right, bet. I'm gonna look into that.
But with that information, yeah, it's definitely Durran about to go up. Durran about to get another win. Unless Keshawn pulls out this win, Durran might be 4-0, Bucko.
Ooh, shudder at
Which
that.
is terrible because I don't think Durran's team is that
Fool's gold, bro.
I think Keshawn for the win this week, but that's another story.
It all depends on tonight because tomorrow Durran is loaded. He got Paul George, he got Bogdanovic, he got Christian Wood.
He got his full roster playing for the most part.
I only got like 4 to 6 players tomorrow, so it's up to my team tonight, basically to outdo DeMar DeRozan.
Got you.
So we got up next. We got Devin versus Tuck.
Devin.
Oh, it's Devin.
Yeah.
New op pack in the air, this gas or what? He'll still be alive right now if you ain't gas him up.
What I don't know what's really ironic about using this is that Tucker's from Chicago. This is just terrible, bro.
Oh, the irony. I hope he's watching, bro. Shout out to you, Tucker, but I got you losing. All right, come on, Devin. You put the belt to me, so I got to respect you, bro.
We're trying to put money on that Tucker. Don't even know we got a podcast.
I'm going to be watching Tucker's team closely on the first day. I'm going to be watching it closely on the first day because when his team hit that number 63, I'm going on with all the 63rd beats, bro.
Yikes. Yeah, I got Devin winning that. It's not close. Not close. Up next, was that a 6-0 sweep? Was that a unified agreement?
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm going with Tuck, man. I gotta. You're just everything.
Yo, Sam,
come on, bro.
Wait, bro, come on, bro.
Come on, bro.
Come on, man.
Hey, Sam.
You about to get all the
You
smoke.
do that, you gonna get all the
Take
smoke, bro.
so many punches, the fans yelling, get off the road.
Hey, yo, Sam, do me a solid real quick because I want to know why you picking Tuck. Can you tell me like at least 3 players who got Tuck got on his team?
So the reason why I'm picking Tuck is the same reason why I picked Obama, because one reason is because he's black. So Tuck at the bottom, that's the only reason.
I mean, Devin is black too, but
no, my reason is
Hey, bro,
Tuck's at
come
the
on
bottom
now,
with me.
dog.
That's the reason why I got him.
Come on, man.
I don't know who's on this team. I don't know who's on nobody's team for real, except the people I play with.
Man, you better go study, bro.
yeah, you definitely want to find that out.
Who's next? Go.
Listen to me when I say this. You are trash.
Trash.
Tuck is trash.
Oh Lord!
But we're gonna keep moving.
Me and Tuck going to surprise people this week.
I hope so.
Glory,
I hope so. I'm in your corner. Look, on the surprising, bro. Let's do it, bro. Shock the world. Oh Lord. All right, we got Sterling. Yeah, we got Sterling versus Malik.
We already know how that about to end.
Malik's pack coming up, bro. Malik's pack coming up.
Hey, that Popeye's about to fall under 500, Bucko.
Hey man.
No, that's Church's chicken, bro.
Hey,
That's
bro. Jones and Morris
That's
chicken
Church's
and
chicken.
barbecue. It smells
Bruh,
good
you
from
already
here,
know,
bro.
Cold folk coming.
Like, listen, I gotta survive the 15. Like, that's all
you gotta do.
Yeah, I was about to say outside of that, it don't seem like you gotta deal with much.
Yeah, I got Sterling winning.
And plus, I haven't even had Darius Garland might come back next week.
Darius
Might.
Garlic.
Yeah.
Hey man, I took Malik's last 2 good bench players, bro. It's a wrap for him.
Moving on, Sterling.
Yeah,
You
so
winning.
that should be a 6-0 sweep. What say you, Sam?
I'm going with the 6-0 sweep. Listen, I ain't going to play the other side this time.
Smart man. That's a smart man.
Yo, funny
if that
boy,
trade
man.
between- Now, if that trade between me and
Hey.
Sam was upheld, it'd be a different story.
Be a different story.
Nah, it'd still be a pretty similar story. Malik team down bad right now.
Yeah, especially after that trade. Randall.
So coming up next here, we got Keshawn versus Sizwe.
Oh Lord.
My guy got you, bro. My guy got you. We about to run it up, man.
Hey, listen, bruh. I'm just gonna put it out to you like this. Now, I done doubted myself in the past, but I'm supposedly getting Larry Markkinen back next week. And just based on the points that we put up this week, I'll give you a run for your money. So don't count your chickens before they hatch.
I know a kid. I'm putting all my eggs into that white boy in South Beach right now, bro.
That's cool.
We gonna get the job done.
My homeboy Tyler, he playing South Beach. He told me this summer he gon' fix my jumper. I told Boy Wonder that we might got a thumper. I've been trying to pop, now I'm on like Shumper.
Listen, all I know is this. We not just gonna roll over and die. So you gonna have to really beat us.
Yeah, this is what Keshawn said.
You about to get all the smoke and take so many punches, The fans yelling, get off the ropes.
I agree.
It's gonna be a good because I gotta win the games I gotta win. So it's gonna be cool. Valley Boys on the up.
Hey, bro, it's gonna be woo. Hey, bro, honestly, shoot, I'm gonna have to take Sizwe to win next week. But if you don't win next week, boy, yo,
boy,
yo,
gonna go crazy.
Yo, it's gonna
get looked at. Why?
League is gonna go crazy, bro. And depending on when Kemba gets back, because we don't know, he could come back at any point. To be honest, so I look, I got Sizwe winning next week though. Who what say y'all, bro?
I think Sizwe's gonna pull out, but it's gonna be a very close contest.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be close.
Okay,
probably within 200,
so
maybe within 200 points.
That's 3. Sam,
Sizwe.
Yes, sir, my guy.
Listen, they counted me out as if God don't exist,
you 5-1, Bucko.
Hey, niggas done counted me out as if God don't exist.
Hey, yeah, and there's a reason why we still count folk out, right? All right, so and last but not least, we got Javon versus Sam.
Don't even finish.
Let me
what
just
you say don't matter. Javon losing.
New op pack in the air, this gas or what? He'll still be alive right now if you ain't gas him up.
Hey, Javon ain't allowed
and
to
with
trade.
that being said, I got Javon winning next week, bruh. I got Javon winning next week.
Javon ain't allowed to trade.
Huh?
You
RJ, you said what?
Yeah, I got Javon.
Are you just taking it against Sam Hood? Now,
I can't take this seriously. I got Sam Hood winning next week.
So here,
I got Sam Hood winning
no,
next week.
no lie.
Well, I really tried to keep it together. I really did. I looked away from the camera and everything. I couldn't do it. Yeah, I got Sam Hood.
Let's talk about it though, because of the fact is, we don't know how long Thomas Bryant is out, and he's supposedly going back with a right knee injury. He wasn't able to walk back.
Bro, Damian Lillard and Kyrie Irving, if or when he plays, should be able to beat Javon's team by themselves.
Javon still got Russ. He got Brad Beal. He got Gobert. He's got Marvin Bagley.
He don't have Brad Beal.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Brad Beal out.
Buddy Hield.
And Russ out right now.
Buddy Hield. He got Gobert. He's got Bagley. Who else he got? He's got Chris Paul still on that team. There's some.
Bro, if you gotta depend on Bagley, bro, you down bad.
Yeah, you're down bad, bro.
I mean,
I'm sorry,
but he got other players ahead of that. Like, I listen. I'm going to go with Hood, but I don't got it as big as a blowout as most might have.
Belt.
You got a belt.
Belt.
How many pounds is on it, bruh?
Hey man, it's a big belt.
Oh man.
Gold plated.
It's that belt your dad had that you ain't want to use.
That's a belt, bro.
He says it's a big belt.
You said it's the.
Listen, that's execute order 66, bro. Yeah, bro. That's a. Yeah,
the karma on Javon's team not gonna be granting him no win this week.
Yeah. Look, I got Sam Hood. What say you guys? Let's.
Yeah, it's Hood.
Sam Brown, what you got?
Sam and Sterling.
Oh, I already said Hood, bro.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I said execute order 66, bro. Yeah, bro. I already said that, bro. Yeah.
Got you.
Sam, who you got?
Listen, man, I'm indifferent. Say nah. I'm gonna go with Hood just because we share the same first name.
All right. Rocking with the first names. I can respect that. So that's it. I'm just gonna reread these. We got RJ versus Daquan. Apparently it's a tie again. We got Aaron versus Chris. 6-0 Aaron favor. We got Jake versus Tim. Jake's favor 5-1. We got Cordell versus Mike. Sweep in Mike's favor. We got Durran versus Sam Brown.
Whoop. Where you getting that?
We got Durran in a 6-0 sweep, bro. Oh, I'm sorry, a 5-1 sweep.
Yeah, don't disrespect me, bro. I didn't vote against myself.
You probably should, but we gonna look over it. It's all good.
You should have voted against yourself.
5-1, bro.
Talk about it.
5-1. Excuse me. 5's greater than 1, but we gonna keep going. We gonna keep going.
Don't make me storm your crib like the Capitol, bro.
Hey, bro, you will be met with something that the Capitol was not. You will be met with something, bro. Look, what, man?
You about to get all the smoke,
man. Come
and
on,
take
bro.
so many punches. The fans yelling, "Get off the ropes!"
That's all good fun, bro. But we got Devin versus Tucker, which was 6. Oh, I'm sorry. I got 5-1. Sorry, 5-1 in Devin's favor. We got Sterling and Malik, 6-0 in Sterling's favor. Keshawn versus Sizwe, 5-1 in Sizwe's favor. Sam Hood versus Javon, 6-0 in Sam Hood's favor. And all these could possibly be upsets. Not all of them. Not all of them. Let me go back and say that. But some of these possibly could, depending on how the week goes. And so, with that being said, this has been super fun. You guys got to come back again sometime.
Sam, though, as a last thing to close out.
What'd you say?
We got to hear from Sam's segment. We close out.
Oh yeah, Sam, you got a minute, bro. Talk about your experience so far with the league, man. Even though you don't check the schedules or what's going on, you can still talk about what you like. What do you think of the league so far as a rook, man, coming in?
Listen, man, as a rook coming in, I appreciate the hazing and everything. It's all good and fun. I got a flamethrower on my hip too, so I'll be ready to dish it back out. But overall, I mean, I feel like everybody they basketball. It's fun and games, memes. I enjoy it. I'm just learning a lot, and I'm juggling a business. That's why I'm not as active, but I'll start to get there. But like I said, I'm future of the league, man. It may not be this year, but it's gonna be a year. And y'all gonna feel me. So
Sam,
enjoy y'all time while y'all got it.
He gonna feel it.
Sam, quick question. So you
What's
being
up?
a rookie, most of these vets, because they sharks in here, because I was a rookie last year. What was the most wild trade that you seen in your inbox, and who sent it?
Man, I don't know. It hasn't really been no crazy wild trades, I feel like, just because I'm still, again, learning the point system versus, trying not to think of, players versus trading. But, the one thing I am going to speak on is that veto by RJ. But, we already had our private conversation and hashed it out. I told him if I see him in the street, he's going to veto a trade that I actually won, and I felt like I won, but you're going to veto it.
Listen, man, if the championship comes down to Darius Garland, bro, y'all going to look back on that trade, bro.
I personally have a prediction that Darius Garland will not be on Sterling's team in a little bit.
What's a little bit?
Yeah, bro. What is a little bit?
3 weeks.
That's a terrible prediction. Why would he get rid of him?
I just got a feeling, bro.
Why would I
That's
get rid of
tough.
Andre Drummond?
Yeah, it's like
he already tried to get rid of Garland.
First of all,
I definitely did try.
It's working out, but it's still I haven't wrapped my head around it.
Just know
yet.
the clock is ticking, and I know Chris is gonna be excited when I say this shit, but the clock is ticking for Kevin Love to make a return again.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
The clock is ticking, and he's scheduled to be back. I think it was put out last week, so he's got 2 more weeks until he is scheduled to return. So we don't know how much Garland will be affected by
Kevin Porter. Yeah, I agree.
No, we're not worried about Kevin Porter. You see, Kevin Porter is out due to personal reasons. So until he get his head right, you just sitting on Kevin Porter right now.
Yo, RJ, can I make an announcement real quick? Listen, man,
Yeah,
for
man.
everybody listening, I'm not trading Michael Porter Jr., so please trade for this man.
Yes.
I got about 10 trades for Michael Porter.
I want to redraft.
See what he's saying, bro.
Hey, bro, come on now,
Bro,
dog.
I've gotten like 10 trades.
Come on, man.
Denied every one.
But he goes against your morality.
You don't know that, Sizwe.
how you gonna tell another man about his own moral? Hey.
So Sam, in case you didn't know about the Valley Boys are consisted of a bunch of gentlemen who dress a certain way and are more fair complexion, the closer to the, paler end of the spectrum. He
Pass the paper bag test.
Yeah. So he makes some he makes some exceptions for them. However, most of the darker complexion Valley boys, quote unquote, end up getting traded. Unless you're Russell Westbrook, who's been betrayed numerous times by Sizwe.
You talking about? I just want to say that's not the whole Valley.
Prime
West.
Example: Tyler Hero
will be
My
traded.
homeboy Tyler, he playing South Beach. He told me this summer he gon' fix my jumper. I told Boy Wonder that we might got a thumper. I've been trying to pop, now I'm on like Shumper.
Sizwe is going to trade Tyler Hero at some point.
Ooh.
Sizwe is going to betray Tyler Hero.
Day does not align with Sam's views. I just don't feel like it's.
So you saying you MAGA?
Huh?
But you said it doesn't align with his views, and then you called him MAGA MPJ.
Hey,
so
maybe
you,
we shouldn't
call
bring
yourself...
that stuff out. YouTube is banning people, right?
Wait, let me clarify.
Go ahead.
How do I leave this?
Sizwe sat there and said, "I hate it here."
Hey,
You about to get all the smoke
and
and take so many punches, the fans yelling, "Get off the ropes!"
Where's my leave button, bruh?
Oh, bruh.
Yeah.
This has been so much fun, guys. I really enjoy just this awesome time with you guys, and it's always fun talking flunky stuff. With that being said, this is gonna be the end of our show. Shout out Stephen A. Smith, who is now the gift that we're gonna end with, who's been on the screen for God knows how long, because I've been switching it out a little bit. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm actually gonna end with this photo here. We're gonna with MVP. Shout out to Michael Jordan and Bill Russell. We're gonna end on that. But again, I got
Not
Sterling.
Jeremy Lin?
No. Well, God no.
All right, bet. My fault.
No, God no. Look, love Jeremy Lin. Love you, bro.
Look,
Shout out to you. Shout out to you getting your
G League spot.
G League spot, man. That's
definitely
what's
got
up. We
you
want to
coming
see
back
you in
up.
the league again. But no, you're not
He's
going to be at the
only nigga that's been in the league for 10 years and then went back to the G
League.
League
Went
to
back.
come back.
That's crazy, bro.
Listen, man.
But no
He a
middle
champion.
picture
He a
for you. But this is for sure been fun, guys. I really do appreciate it. You guys all got to come back. Sam Brown, Sizwe, Keshawn, Sterling, Aaron.
Be back in 4 weeks.
Yeah, see you in 4 weeks. But no, seriously, guys, have a great weekend. If you really love the stuff that we've got here, follow us on Instagram at NBA Flunkies. Like, comment, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell. This stuff means a lot to us. And with that being said, have a great rest of the weekend. Be safe. Happy New Year. And we're out, guys.
Much
Peace
love.
out, guys.